I was the #2 shop in the state of Florida as far as numbers, service, customer satisfaction, quality. So I was like, what? He goes, we'll come down and talk to you, but yeah, we're letting you go. The guy goes to valet the car. He gives the keys to the valet. The valet guy pops the clutch in the R8, runs it right through the store. So I go to the marinas. I go, if you have anyone that needs their cowling repaired, I will fix the cowling for you, re-sticker it, and paint it for you. As a car guy, we want a storm. It's such a fine line for me. I made a lot of money from Ian. Anytime salt reaches inside of a vehicle, car's got to be towed. I've been offered 4 different times to run a reality show at my shops. And one of them was a big one. My wife said, if you do this, your personal life is over. He'd go take the tow truck, go pick up Grandpa, and bring him back here so he can sit out in the showroom for 2 hours. I would do that every day, pick up my grandpa. Even though I was 15, I didn't have a driver's license.
Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the Spotlight on Good People, where we shine a spotlight. People that are making the world more compassionate, connected, and kind. Today's guest is J.R. Nocera. He's the second-generation leader of Supreme Collision, one of Naples' longest-standing family businesses. And after 43 years in the shop, JR is passing the torch, or spray gun, to the third generation, his sons AJ and Nick. But make no mistake, JR's legacy isn't just measured in cars repaired, it's in relationships, loyalty, and building something his family can be proud of. Today we talk about legacy, leadership, and life, from the garage to the Gulf of America.
Carmen and Joe Cali.
Yeah.
The Cali
Joe
family.
They used to coach my son when he played for Barron.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Used to go
So
out to their
Carmen
house.
Carmen's the main guy.
Yeah.
Carmen's making $200,000 a year now.
God bless him. Good for him. Wow.
Wrote me this beautiful letter for Christmas. I mean, it was like, and then he for my birthday in February, he had his jersey. He had his jersey put in a glass case, and then it said to JR. It says, "Thank you for making me have a life after baseball," and which I didn't think there was any.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was really cool.
That's cool.
I took him on my wing. I taught him everything, and now it's like,
Oh, that's beautiful.
Carmen, just handle this.
Yeah, that's nice.
The only problem he has, and there's not many, the only one is that he has problems if someone's bad. I go, Carmen, you got to let him go. Go fire him. He can't do it. He's like, can you do it? Can you come in this morning and do it? And
Nobody likes that.
he's like, I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're the manager now. You're close to having Cali's collision up there. Come on, you're doing everything. He's been with me 12 years.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool to hear.
Oh yeah.
And that you coached him too.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah. I coached him. It was really cool.
So you went to Lely, or you
went to St. John Newman, and then I transferred my senior year to go to Lely, which I regret every day.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We had such amazing talent at St. John Newman in the baseball world.
Yeah.
And we were good. I mean, I went to Lely because I felt St. John Newman wasn't going to get the PR like Lely was.
Yeah, because at the time there wasn't as much exposure with the internet.
And I was my senior year, I was one of the top players, and it was a big deal that I transferred over. And then I got press every day and ended up getting a scholarship to South Carolina, played for them. Got drafted, played for Cincinnati for a year, got in another fight, got in trouble. Shit. Anyway.
How are you different from your brother?
Oh, we're two opposites. We're literally, he's very more shy, doesn't say what's on his chest and his mind. And I'm over blunt. Whatever's on my mind, I come in. That's just like my father. Yeah. My father does the same thing.
So you're more like your dad.
We're twins.
Yeah.
And my mom is real shy, so my brother's like my mom. But I will say, my brother, he's the head coach. Was the head coach of Naples High baseball the last 9 years. So he's really came out of his shell coaching that baseball team. And he would. It was a big deal when he took the job because, we're busy and here I am.
It's a big commitment.
And he's got to leave a lot of days at 1:00.
Yeah.
So he would text me and say, "Hey, I'm leaving So now I'm running back and forth between the mechanics and the body shop.
Mm.
And Carmen was still fresh, where he wasn't ready to really run everything, where I have to walk back and forth. So
Yeah.
those first 3 years were tough, and then after that, we smoothed it out.
Is he coaching this year? Is he finished?
No, he had a couple incidences that he was saying that he's in a rebuilding year. He had a tough year last year. He went 10-14, I think it was. And then he was just like, I'm getting older now, and I just don't have the patience with these younger kids.
Yeah.
And it's way harder now than it was 10 years ago, and I don't have the patience for it. Me and my brother are such old school ball players.
Yeah.
That some of these new kids are just not that way.
Yeah.
And and one of the reasons why is because these kids start playing ball at 4 or 5 years old, and they don't play another sport.
Yeah.
They basically go all year round playing baseball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then by the time they get to high school, their parents think they're all going to the pros.
They're the 401k.
We're going.
Yeah.
My son's the best, and he's
Yeah.
going to the pros.
Yeah,
So not only are you dealing with parents, you're also dealing with the kid who thinks his parents have told him he's the greatest player. You're going to be the next Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't work out that way, what happens? The high school coach is the one to blame.
Yeah.
And it got a little tough for him, so he stopped with
9
it.
years is a long time.
9, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's a
wanted
long
him to
time.
go one more year. He had 2 kids on the team that I go to a lot of the games.
Yeah.
He had 2 kids on the team that were just fantastic, great people. And both were going to be seniors this year. And I said, you got to hang in there for that one more year. And he didn't want to do it. And he said, no, I want to do other things now. And
Yeah, it's
I
a
was
big
like, well, I
commitment.
said, well, now let me see you put the time into the shop the way you put the time into baseball.
Yeah.
I go, if you do that, number one, it's going to make my life a lot easier, because I do so much selling for him. Like, meaning, if a car gets smashed in the right front, I'm going to fix the hood, the fender, the headlights, the bumper. But I'm not going to fix the suspension.
Mm-hmm.
That car goes up to my brother. He does the control arms, the tie rods, the shocks, the struts, whatever needs to be in that area that's smashed. So, we work together as a team. But I feed him a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't think people understand the dynamics in a family business, because there's so much more behind it than just somebody you're working with. It's not just a coworker. You've got, since you were 3 years old or 4 years old, this relationship with somebody who's your blood, and you have all of that. People think it's this romanticized special thing, but you have a whole other dynamic to deal with, because you can't fire your brother, and you got to have family. You got to have Christmas together too. So many different aspects of it.
Well, there's been, I told you a little earlier that they did an article on me just recently. I'm on the cover of the Naples City Lifestyle magazine. And one of the things that I'm super proud of, and I mentioned it in the article when they interviewed me, was one of the things that Supreme Auto and Collision has done is we've grown with the times. So as, obviously fixing a car in 1976 compared to 2025 is a whole new aspect. And I want to get into that with you as we talk here. But we were able to adopt from my grandfather to my father to me and my brother through the times. And that doesn't come easy. Right when you think you are good and everything's good, all my equipment's updated, they'll come out with another car that you got to go out and buy another piece of $20,000 equipment to fix the car, certain cars. And, but we've been lucky enough, and our reputation in town as far as repairing cars I want to say it's impeccable, but as a businessman, you can take in 100 customers. You can do everything the same way with each 100, and there's going to be five 5 people that are going to bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not going to hear from the 95,
No.
but you're going to hear from those 5.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are going to go online and have their what I call computer muscles.
Yeah.
Or they're the ones that going to send you a letter and tell you something went wrong. And then even when you try to fix those 5, what can I do? What can I repair? What can I bring the car back? No. It's life.
Yeah.
You try to keep it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm be anxious to hear what your opinion is. You try to keep it 5% or low, and if you can reach 3% and lower, you're really kicking ass.
Yeah.
And I feel we're in that 3%.
Yeah.
Because I know the volume that we do down there and what it takes to run the business every day. And one of the things that I also take pride in is go down there. You're going to see JR. He's there. He's there all the time. Go in there on a Saturday. You'll see him on a Saturday. And if you want to catch him after church from 10 to 12 on a Sunday, he's there on a Sunday. And that's basically my life. And that's what I've done.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change that right now as I get a little older. And like I've said, I mentioned that I have 2 great managers, Carmen Cali and Brian McKinsey, Brian Kinsey, and we call him Kinsey. And Brian is a 8-year veteran out of the Marines. So, he's real regimented on the way he does things and, never misses work. He's got to be at work at a certain time. And, great guy.
How did you find him? How did you get him on the team?
There's a guy in town. You might even know him. His name's Ed Carberry. He owns Vitex here in town.
Okay. I know Vitex.
Great guy. And we were out doing stuff, and I was telling him about, man, I got to get another manager. It's just Carmen and I and this other guy that's there. He wasn't very good. Obviously, I won't bring up any names, but I got to make a move. And then he says, why don't you think about Kinsey? We all ride Harleys together. And we've always gotten along. And he goes, he's at the bank right now and he's not happy. Why don't you take him out, take him to dinner and interview him and see if he's interested? And here he is now going in his 4th year.
He was working at a bank.
He was at a bank. So he knows numbers.
Oh, great.
Yeah. He didn't know, and he was straight up. He didn't know hardly anything about a car. And I said, you're going to stick with me for 1 year. Wherever I go, you're going to be basically up my ass.
Yeah.
I want you to follow me and shadow me, and I'm going to teach you everything. Then after that year, I'm going to start leaving you alone, and I'm going to have you start making some decisions. And any questions, just come to me, and I'll say, like, I'll give you an example. Like if a door has a big dent in it, and I look at the door, I go, that's a 10-hour repair. And if he came over and he goes, what do you think? I go, well, how much time did you put on it? He goes, 6 hours. I go, no, it's 10. We need to get 10 hours to fix that door correctly. And so that's what took time, the repair status of it. But he's doing great now. I'm extremely proud of him. We're very close. We do a lot of stuff outside of work, as Carmen and I do too. And then I have 4 girls in the front office that run. There's one girl in there, her name's Whitney. She runs the roost. She's the mother hen, and she does. She is basically our leader in there, and I go to her first.
Is she the one that just got Employee of the Year?
Yes,
Okay.
she did. You saw that, yeah. She's fantastic, and I to be honest, I told you I recently had a divorce and 2 years ago, and God, she was my right-hand person there for that first year. That was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And you need people like that in your life.
You do. Yeah.
And there's things happen for a reason, but I mean. But it's nice to have someone like that in your life,
Yeah, well, it's cool to hear how you've built your team, and it's been built on relationships, not on a resume. You built it on, you knew Carmen, you knew his character, you knew Kinsey and his way, and you got to know that relationship. It wasn't like, oh, I have this many years in this business. You groomed him for that, who he is as a human.
Well, one of the most proudest things I am of Supreme Collision, and I took it. I've been there. I basically came to work for my dad in 1984. So, but in 99, I took over the body shop, 1999. And one of the things that I'm proudest of is that out of 1999, when I took it over, I started with me and another guy, so it was 2 of us. Now there's 32 of us.
Mm.
And out of that
Just
30,
on the collision side.
yeah, I
Okay.
have 32 employees.
Mm.
Well, I'm 32,
Okay.
so I have 31 employees. Out of the 32, 20 of them have been with me 10 years or more.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, 5
Says
of them have been with me 15 years or more.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you start saying, why are you successful? And the biggest pride is because I've got good people around me. I pay them well.
Take care of them.
I treat them well.
Mhm.
I take care of them.
Mhm.
They're not a number, and I'm going to throw this out there, and I don't care if it gets me in trouble or not. You're not a number employee like you would be at a Gerber collision
Mm.
or a Caliber collision.
Mm.
You are Cliff Cornelius. I know you. I know your son. I know your brand new son. I know your wife. I know where you live. I know what you drive.
Mm.
I know where you went to dinner last night. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not your employee number 22.
Yeah.
You are 22, named Cliff Cornelius. Your son's Dominic. Your wife's April. I mean, you know, I just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that makes a difference.
Oh yeah.
And you're as an owner, you know, when these guys do get in trouble or girls get in trouble, you before they even reach out to their parents, they reach out to you
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. You're their family.
You're the
You're
one who
yeah.
gets the text message. Oh man, I got in trouble last night, or oh God,
Well,
I'm not. Let's say it. Hey, I got to get bailed out. Can you help me out?
And
I
they
mean,
know
that
you'll be
happens
there
too.
for them, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
know you'll be there for them, and they know you'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so special. And I think I love that we're capturing this because this is special in a lot of ways. Because for anybody who doesn't know, I have the privilege of documenting and chronicling some legends in our community, and to hear your business, Supreme Auto
And collision.
and Collision, be in the not only in the business but a staple, a mainstay that's making a difference and having an impact on the community. Like the
Mhm.
people you've had that have been there 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Mhm.
That's unheard of anymore because the turnover is
Yeah.
is incredible in any business. It just whatever the industry is, it's just a cycle. People come back from one season to the next and say, "You're still here? What are you still doing here?" Like they're
Yeah.
not used to that. So having that, but that's because as a family, you treat it so much differently than the corporate world, who's only looking at the bottom line.
Mhm.
You're going to spend a little extra here, spend a little extra there, provide bail money, and yes, it happens. It's reality.
It's reality.
It happens.
It's
It
reality.
happens. I've done it.
I told you before we started this interview, I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to tell you real life situations. And, you know, the body shop world is not an easy world. You're going to deal with some lower class people. I mean, because they just haven't had the luck of certain things throughout their life, or they got caught into something. But if you get them and you treat them right and you go through their hard times, usually I found with these employees that have been there a while, if I can make it through year one with them
Mhm.
and deal with their bullshit, then they're going to see that, man, this guy stood by me in some tough times.
Mm.
And here we are now, 10, 12 years later, you know?
Yeah.
And what do you need? Oh, I want to get a new car. Can you loan me $2,500? Put down on this one car I really like.
Mm.
Yep. Here's your money. I'll take it out of your check weekly.
Mhm.
You know, and it goes a long way.
Yeah.
It really does.
Oh, it sure does. Yeah, and people aren't used to that. It doesn't exist in the world anymore.
Yeah.
So it's
You know, you
special.
mentioned, you know, you get to interview some cool people, and you know of my father, you know, and he was around. He was in the city council for 16 years.
Mm.
He was vice mayor for 8.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier, and, you know, one of the things that he did and got passed was he grandfathered in our shop. So you won't see another body shop in Naples. I'm very proud that he did that for
Yeah.
me. Because, you know, working with your parents, sometimes you could butt heads, and there was days that him and I would literally butt heads.
Yeah, but I want to preface that with something, because it's not just working with your parents; it's working with an Italian father. A whole other world.
Oh shit!
It's a whole other world.
Oh God, yeah, yeah, that's true too. And he's a strong Italian.
Yes.
I mean, he speaks Italian,
Yes.
so it's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
But he did that. I'm very happy, he did that. I'm very proud of my dad on that. And he did the Johnny Nocera skate park.
Yeah, for anybody outside of the area who doesn't know, like the city of Naples, it has very few. I mean, either whether it's a grocery store, a repair shop, anything like that, and what repair shops there are, or gas stations there are, going away. They're Frank's you mentioned was gone. There's not a lot in the city.
You're not seeing a lot of mom and pop shops out there anymore. You're really not. The corporate world has taken over, and I'm sure you fight that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're seeing these corporate hair places pop up everywhere, right?
Right next door in our own shopping center right here. Yeah, right next door. It's one of those chains that
a chain. Yeah, that's the and the what's hurt me. I mean, I'll give you a quick story. In 2017, I was just smoking it. I was doing so good. But I was relying on Geico insurance. I was a pro center for them. I was a pro center for Travelers. I was a pro center for Allstate, USA, and State Farm.
So what does that mean? They're referring you their business?
Yes, they're referring me one after another after another. So I get to February of 2017, and it was my birthday weekend. I'll never forget it. And February 20th, my birthday was the next day. So I get a call from Geico and says, hey, we're letting you go. And at this time, and I'm not bragging, I was the number 2 shop in the state of Florida as far as numbers, service, customer satisfaction, quality, the number 2 in the state of Florida. Okay. They had 142 shops and I was number 2. So I was like, what? He goes, we'll come down and talk to you, but yeah, we're letting you go. I hang up the phone. 15 minutes later, I get a call from Travelers Insurance. Hey, we got to let you go. What is going on? 20 minutes later, Allstate calls. We're going to take you off the program. So now I'm like, wait a minute. We are one of the top quality shops in Naples, in the Southwest Florida, or in Florida, period. I'm leaving to get on a plane the next day because I'm going away for a 3-day weekend with my wife. And what they did is they had, behind everyone's back, they had a corporate meeting between all of these high-end insurance companies. And they signed a contract with the corporate body shops.
Wow.
Where they couldn't use an independent anymore.
Wow, no kidding.
So they just dumped all of us independents all within 48 hours.
No kidding.
Oh my God. I got to the Bahamas and I literally had a nervous breakdown. I lost my shit. I cried for 10 hours. I literally said, it's over. I don't know what else to do. I've worked so hard. My shop was just the premier shop. I mean, at that time I had 36 employees. I mean, we were just smoking it. And all 5 of them dropped me within 48 hours.
Wow.
And
talk about a gut punch, man.
Oh God, I don't ever want anybody to go through what I went through in those times.
Yeah, because you got the responsibility of all these families. You got 35 families that you're responsible. And your vendors and so many people. It
was so bad that the first 2 phone calls, it started making me doubt myself. Like, what did I do? I thought we were doing really well. I thought we were doing great work. I thought my numbers are fantastic. I mean, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Why would I get dropped? And then when the third call came in, the third call wasn't Allstate. Third call was USAA, and they dropped me. And I said, oh, there's a common denominator here. So then I get on the phone with a good friend of mine who owns I'll give him a plug right now, great shop up in North Naples called North Kyer Collision. Super guy named Dave up there, great owner. And we work together as independents. And same guy over here, Randy, from Economy on Davis Boulevard, and another guy named Doug Braun. He's a great guy too. And they all have independents like me. They weren't as big as me, but they're good quality shops. Same thing. They got dropped all within that same time. So now I have to hit rewind as an owner and go, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Mm.
I wasn't sure what to do. And I just thought about it while I was in the Bahamas for those 3 days. And I had time to relax and sit aside of the pool, get a cocktail, and really start thinking without people pounding me all day at work.
Yeah.
And when I came in on that Monday, back on that Monday, I did a second mortgage on my home. I rolled the dice. Second mortgage on my home. I buried the bank account. I said, I want to run 25 to 30 commercials a week. Called in and I started doing TV commercials. Then I went out, took the money from what I second mortgaged my home, took that money, and I went to all these dealerships. Now, the Germain family changed my life. I was doing the work for Germain's, and I still was. They were keeping me afloat.
Mm.
And I said, I want to take it another step. And I want no one to come in here and say to you, hey, if you bring me the work, I'll cut you this or cut you that. I go, I want to be your certified collision. I want to be, if someone wrecks a BMW from Sarasota down, I want that job because that customer wants to go to a certified shop. And there is a huge difference, a huge difference. And as we talk more into the cars, I'll get into that. I went to BMW, I went to Honda, and I went to Lexus. And there's a common denominator in those three stores. His name is Flavio Galasso. He is the GM for all of those stores.
Mm.
And Flavio had taken me under his wing in 99 when I first started the body shop and gave me that chance. And he said, we're going to sponsor you to get certified in every one. And I said, you give me the sponsor, I'll pay for everything I need to do, and I'll get certified. And I'll be certified within a year. I'm going to drain my bank account and take my money that I borrowed on a second mortgage and just keep flipping it over and balancing it.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of 2018, I was back to where I was.
Wow. That quickly.
That quick.
Wow.
I did those commercials, kicked off the certifications. I'll give you an example how great certifications are. Once you become a certified shop, it takes a lot of money, but you can do it. Oh, we're also Bentley certified too. So that's a big one too.
Mm.
So let's say you got a BMW, you got a 7 Series Beamer, and you go out and you go to pull out here on Goodlet Road. And as you make a right turn, boom, somebody pops you in the left rear. You didn't see him or he didn't see you or whatever. Boom. The car feels a jolt that it's not normally will feel. And the first thing that's going to happen is your OnStar is going to come on into your car. And it's going to say, are you okay? What's going on? Is everything all right? I did deploy your seat airbag deployed. I want to know if you're all right. Yes, I'm all right. Yes, I'm okay. Okay. Have the police been called or do you need an ambulance? No, the police are coming. I don't need an ambulance. Okay. Is the car drivable? I believe it is. Okay. If it's drivable, we want you to take it to this address called Supreme Collision.
Right from OnStar.
Right from OnStar at the scene of the accident.
No kidding.
Now, if it's a non-drivable, the person that answers the phone that's going to be talking to you as you're sitting in the car right after the accident is going to tell you, if a tow truck comes, we want the car towed to our certified shop, which is Supreme Collision on 938 4th Avenue North.
Wow.
Tell me,
wow.
Tell
right
me that isn't that's not a wow.
Yeah, that's sick. That's awesome.
That's on your Lexuses and your BMWs.
Wow.
Your Hondas, they don't do that because most of them don't have the OnStar, but a lot of them don't. But the other thing is they'll call the dealer and say, I've just been in an accident. I have the tow truck coming. Don't tow it to our dealership. Our shop is Supreme Collision. They are our certified shop. So the dealer sells the job for you once you're certified.
Wow.
And we're also Acura, like I said, and Bentley and Acura. So we're 5 brands now certified.
See, I love these stories, like the pain points, the most miserable, because owning a business, you can have the highest of high one day and the lowest of lows within 24 hours. It's like some sort of drug, and initially it goes through you because, and it's in the pain where you're suffering the most, where you've got to get innovative in a way that you have never even thought your mind could think.
Yes.
And you create these solutions because you have to. Your back's against the wall, and you created you turned it around in 1 year. Took it from your lowest of lows back to where you were by innovating. You had to get creative. You had to figure it out. There's no playbook.
And I had 3 kids. I had a huge mortgage. I owned a couple cars, a beautiful boat. I'm big time into boating. So I mean, the pressure was,
and you got 35 families and their kids and their families and your vendors.
And that's one thing you have to remember. It's not just your family. You have to think of the other families.
Yeah.
So that
for years, for decades, it's going back to 73. All these families rely on you, and their families rely on you. Even if they're past employees, they rely on you. There's a big impact.
Serious pressure.
Yeah. I get it.
I know at that time, I definitely lost a lot of my hair right here in the front.
You're still holding on.
That's why I got a hue, but we call it the Nocera hue right here. But it was a lot of pressure at that time, and I made the best of it. I did what I knew how to do.
Yeah.
And like I always tell people, they'll go, were you a great painter? I go, I wasn't a great painter. I was a good painter. And I recognized it. I wasn't a great body man. I was a good body man, but I recognized it.
Yeah.
But you know what I was great at? Marketing. I could sell myself, and I knew the right way to do it. And I knew how it had to be done. I just wasn't the greatest at it.
Yeah.
But I knew how it had to be done. And same thing with mechanics. When I was a mechanic for 10 years, I knew the right thing to do. And the best thing about that is when someone tries to bullshit you, that's a mechanic, a body man, or a painter, no, you're not doing it this way. You're trying to cut a corner, and that's not the way to do it. This is the correct way to do it. And our reputation, not yours, mine, is on the line. Don't bring this car over to paint with that bad bodywork ever again. If you do, I'll just find somebody else that'll do it the correct way.
Yeah.
Well,
what
so they can't pull the wool over you, in a sense.
Well, what has kept you? Because most people don't know about cars. They don't know a lot. So what has kept you from where it'd be very easy to cut corners, to make an extra buck, to do whatever it is? What has kept you on that straight line to be the way you are? Because it's your reputation.
That's the number one thing. I mean, we as the Nocera family have always taken pride in doing things the right way in the automotive world. We're no messiahs or anything like that, but we run a good business, clean business. I mean, you go by my shop right now, and if you walk into the showroom or walk around the shop, and I get this every day, God, this is a body shop. I've never seen a body shop so clean. And I have one girl there. She's been there 20 years. All she does from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. is clean all day long. She cleans. She's so anal about the way she cleans. She actually gets little scrub brushes, and she'll go out to the pavers where the Bondo is stuck in the pavers, and she will sit there and scrub the Bondo out of the pavers. So a lot of it is pride.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I love the business. I absolutely love it. I guess for you in the hair business, to see somebody come in and their hair is just, and then when they leave, God, look how good she looks. Yeah. Or look how good he looks. When I see a car come in and it's crumbled, and we start on that car, and then you watch the process go, and when that car comes to an end, you get to see the final material or final product.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what word I'm looking for. You see the final product, and wow, we did that.
Yeah.
We did that. I just had an Audi R8 in there. You know what an R8 is? Badass car.
Yeah.
46,000 we did on the car. When this car came in, I mean, this car was crunched.
46,000.
46,000 to repair it. Yeah. I mean, they're $220,000 cars.
Yeah.
The
wow.
headlight alone was 11,000.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The headlight was 11.
We're gonna get. I want to get into that with you
my
next.
God.
But the guy was such a great customer. Oh my God. And I won't mention his name because it's embarrassing sometimes when they have an accident. But when I saw that car leave, like as I saw it going through the processes, one of my techs, he's fantastic. He's an A tech. I have 3 A techs on my lot. And
What does that mean? What does that
okay, so you have an A tech that can do anything.
Hmm.
He could pull an engine. He can put a frame in. He could fix fenders. He could do from A. He can even paint if he has to.
Mm.
And I have 3 of those guys. And most shops are lucky to have one. One. I guarantee you right now, and I'm going to throw them, I don't give a damn. I guarantee you the Gerbers in town do not have any A techs. They'll have a bunch of B techs. And how do I know that? And I said, I'm blunt. When they can't fix a car, we get a phone call. Hey, we're sending you one. This one's over our head. We can't do it.
Is that right?
Bring it over. And those are my favorite jobs in the business to get. When Whitney, who I mentioned earlier, goes, your favorite job just came in, I go, you took a phone call from Gerber. She goes, yep, send the tow truck, get it up to Pine Ridge and get that car out of there. I just, oh my God, I freaking cream. I just love it. I just love it. But, I'm going to give you another quick story. I know I'm talking a lot, but I guess
that's what we're doing, dude. That's what this is about. I want to hear your story.
So when you become a Bentley certified shop, I think you would like the story. And I said, I won't mention the customer's name because no one wants to realize they were in an accident. Although the R8, I will say this, the guy goes to valet the car. He gives the keys to the valet. They're over in Miami. This is how much the guy loved me. The guy gives the keys to the valet. The valet guys pops the clutch in the R8, runs it right through the store, right through the front doors. Yep. Right. He popped the clutch and lost control of it.
One of those things you see viral on TikTok.
Yeah. And the guy calls me and says, look what I'm sending you photos. Look what I got coming. I go, what the hell? What happened? He goes, I wasn't even in the car. It was the valet guy did this. I'm like, wow. He goes, but I'm having it towed to you.
From Miami.
Is that right? I go, yeah. I go, oh man, I freaking love you. That's all awesome. Right. And he just took delivery on it last week and he was just so happy.
Yeah.
But I I won't mention his name. Speaking of being a Bentley certified shop, one of the things in the certification is as you're reading down the tool list and what frames you can use and what tools you need and what one of the things is 5 car covers. So I'm like, what is this? So the guy comes and interviews me and he goes, and you got to specifically buy these car covers, the high-end car covers. So I'm like, all right, they're $1,000 a piece. It's $5,000, just like that, just for a car cover. I go, what's the situation on the car cover? He goes, 2 situations. Number 1, if you have to tow the Bentley in, when you go there with your tow truck, and I have tow trucks, once the Bentley gets put up on the flatbed, you need to get the cover out of there, and you have to cover the car up on the flatbed. I'm like, what? He's like, yep. I go, give me why? Why do I have to cover the car while it's on the flatbed? He goes, because if Mr. Williams is having dinner with Mr. Ryan and Mr. Williams' car was on the flatbed and Mr. Ryan goes, hey, I saw your car up on the flatbed. What did you do? What happened? And it's embarrassing to Mr. Williams.
Oh my gosh.
Can you
I
believe
thought it was
that?
to protect the car. It's to protect the
it's to protect him. So none of his buddies can see the car.
That's something
And
else.
he goes, and then when they're on the lot, they want to be covered when they're on a lot if they're not being worked on. Because again, if Mr. Ryan drives by and sees Mr. Williams' car, he doesn't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
So I went, wow. And I go, you know what? That's the ego of some higher end customers.
Yeah, it's part of the price of the car.
It's part of the price of the car. It's like, it is what it is, and I know.
That's awesome.
I knew you'd like that story because when I heard it, I was like, holy shit,
yeah,
you gotta be
wouldn't
kidding
even think
me.
of that. And the, to think of what goes into the certification process. Now,
Yes, it's a huge process.
You
Bentley alone cost me $300,000.
Wow.
BMW was $250,000. Lexus was $100,000.
Wow.
But because as I got the certifications, certain tools are good enough for those other cars. So I didn't have to go out and buy more.
Okay.
If I had a frame machine for a Bentley, it was good for the Lexus, but it wasn't good for the BMW. So I'd have to go out and buy a different frame machine.
Yeah.
There's so many aspects of it. And we're going through our audit on the 22nd of this month again for BMW, but we're ready. I used to panic on the audits,
yeah.
and I'm
They're coming in
ready.
to check everything. Yeah. How do you keep up with it all? Because with the way the cars are evolving and changing, but not only that, the landscape of getting insurance is your business insurance. We've had hurricanes. You got the expenses are going up so much. The wages that we have to pay people, rising. Like how do you stay on top of it all?
As you know, as a business owner, it's probably your toughest thing you do is balancing. It's a balancing act.
Yeah.
So you have to fight for more per hour, like with these insurance companies. I mean, I'm a pro center for 11 different insurance companies. They want to pay you. I want to charge 60 to 62 an hour. They want to pay you 50 an hour. So you have to go after them and say, look, now if I'm working on a Bentley, I want 120 an hour. Or if I'm working on an aluminum BMW, which let's talk about that here in a second, I want 120 an hour. And now this is what we're seeing now. And we're a full certified aluminum shop. That's another thing we are. Aluminum is very, the best example I give to customers when they come in, they go, well, can you fix that door? I go, well, it's too wrinkled. Oh, get it and pull it. I go, do you understand? I'm going to give you the best example. You have an aluminum car. Now, this is where our technology is going. Great to hear this. Most of these cars now, they're coming out and they're aluminum. And the reason why they're aluminum is because these BMW, for example, makes a badass engine. They make this engine. They're so proud of their engines. And as is Bentley, those two, other cars too. But what do? They want to show off their engine. Now, what's the easiest way to show off their engine is build a lighter car around it. Building a lighter car takes the metal out of the car, and now we're replacing a door that's normally probably maybe 250 pounds, maybe 300 pounds, and now we're putting it with a 100-pound door.
Wow.
So now you're dealing with that. So when they tell me, can you fix that? I go, here's what I want you to do tonight. When you go home, have yourself a beer, drink out of it, finish it, crumble it up a little bit. Take it in your hand and crumble it. Now, go back to that beer can and try to straighten out that beer can. See how many wrinkles are still left that you can't straighten out that beer can. That's the way aluminum works. I mean, it's a whole new ball game.
I didn't know they were doing that with cars.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. So many of them now. And the one good thing about being certified in certain brands is, let's say you're driving that 7 Series that I just told you about, and it got hit in the left rear and needs a quarter panel. Well, and it went to Gerber or Caliber or somebody like that, and they're not certified. Well, they're not, because I'm one of 4 shops in the state of Florida that's BMW certified. If they go to order the quarter panel, the dealer won't sell it to them. It has to go to a certified shop to get done.
Oh, really? Wow.
So when I tell you, in 17, when I had the nervous breakdown on what was going on, I said, if I can get certified in 4 or 5 brands, I'm going to get a locked-in market. And I rolled the dice, and I did it.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and then here we go. So now I'm back at the end of 18. We're really starting to smoke it again. Great year in 19. Then what happens in 20?
Yeah, of course.
COVID hits. Yeah. And you're just
one more punch.
This is a good story you would like. So on March 23rd, I had 153 cars on my lot. Okay.
You got room for that?
I do. I have lots that I move cars back. I have a lot two blocks down. When I get overwhelmed, I store the cars in the lot there. So I had 153 cars on March 23rd. Okay. On April 30th, I had 14.
Wow.
And here comes the panic setting in again.
Yeah, I've been there, brother. Yeah, I know what that was like.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So one of the things I get in, it's one of my weaknesses and I hate it. When I'm slow, I get depressed, and instead of thinking and fighting more to go out and get more work, sometimes I'll just go, I'm going to go home and watch a movie.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go home and grab a can of Copenhagen. I'm dip the whole can. I dip every day, but I mean, I'll dip a whole can of Copenhagen when I sit and watch movies all day. But so my wife and the kids, of course, now my son, he's at Florida. He's getting kind of screwed out of Florida because here he's at a Division I school. They don't even let him go out of his apartment.
Yeah.
So he's depressed and he's like, Dad, I just want to come home. So I'm like, just come home. Come on, get out of the apartment, pack your stuff up, do your online classes here. And like I mentioned earlier, I love boating. I really, really, and I have a badass boat. And I found myself on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday down at Key Waden at freaking 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you know, because the shop,
they were shut down.
it was dead.
Yeah.
It was, nobody was coming in.
Yeah.
The only ones that actually came in were the people that had balls.
Yeah.
And they were, listen, you're not keeping me at home. I've been wanting to get this car fixed. JR, do it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I mean, being in businesses for 53 years, you're going to have your customers that no matter what, they're going to bring the car to you.
Yeah.
And they're like, I've been wanting to fix this. You know what? Here it is. Fix it. And, you know, I still had those customers. But one of the things I did on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, I'm down at Key Waden. And if you remember this, if you did go out in a boat, they wouldn't let you park the boat up on the beach. But you could park 5 feet back from the beach, but you'd had to anchor it.
During COVID?
During COVID. So you go down to Key Waden, and there's 450 boats out there. I mean, it is packed. You walk from boat to boat. And there was a sandbar that had developed right before you get in Key Waden on the left-hand side, and so many boats were there. Oh.
They couldn't keep you off the sandbar, right? They couldn't
keep you off the sandbar, but they could keep you off the beach.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest, stupidest shit we saw back then.
One. I didn't know that.
I mean, it was so dumb. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm out there, 400 boats, 300 boats, 500 boats.
Wow.
Get up on Friday. I go, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I went to every single marina and I said, hey, do you guys, you know what the cowlings are on boats? So if you have dual engines, 300 and 300, you got a pair of 300s on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people all the time crack when they go to back up. Oh God, I hit the post.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. And they crack it.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the marinas. I go, if you have anyone that needs their cowling repaired, I will fix the cowling for you, re-sticker it, and paint it for you. And I went to every single marina around town. That was on a Friday. I did that. On Wednesday, on my kids, I had 200 cowlings there.
Wow.
All my body men were fixing the cowlings.
Yeah.
My painters were priming it and painting it. And my other guy that is in the detail shop was stickering it.
Yeah.
So I kept him busy.
Outside of the box. Totally outside of the box. Whatever it takes.
Outside of the box.
Yeah.
And now there's 8 cowlings over at my shop right now.
Right.
Because it didn't
Turned
stop.
Into an
it just
opportunity. Yeah.
It was, and then everyone was like, what you did during COVID to keep us busy was amazing.
Yeah, because again, there you had your families that you're responsible for, but the government says you can't open up, or scares people at the time. Luckily, we were the least scared out of the rest of the country, but we still had to deal with that. 53 days where we were closed, and that fear in your heart. It's like, what am I going to do? What are we going to do?
Was that the toughest time for you?
It was one of the scariest nights of my life in business was when they said you're shut down, because I thought, what am I going to do? We're salary. These people are on salary, and I don't have so
Yeah.
much money in the bank to pay.
I
And
know.
what
How
are we
long
going to
can
do?
you pay 'em?
How long
That's
do we do
another
that?
thing.
Yeah, it was like, what are we going to do? And we ended up, we realized, thank God, that, people's roots and their gray hair growing out was really important to them. And they were starting to show their roots because they couldn't come in. So we ended up packaging, selling at-home kits, and we were delivering them around town for people to do
Wow.
their own roots. And we made videos on how to do your own roots, to
Smart.
cover your own. We did what we could. I mean, it generated a little, it kept people busy. It gave people something to do at home, and
Yeah.
you do whatever you got to do. You do it, whatever it takes. And
Well, I like to go to. I eat down here, and I'm going to give them a little time here on the air. I like to go to Tulia's.
oh yeah,
Tulia's is my favorite
love
restaurant.
it, love it.
You know,
Love Tulia's. Yeah.
and I love Vincenzo and his wife Hannah over there. But I was like, he came up with, you can order, and then you can meet us out front, and he would have a table out front, and he would have your to-go plates waiting for you out there. You know, he was doing that.
Yeah.
And I would always, when I'd get out of my truck, my wife's truck at the time, and no mask on, and I'd come out and I go, "It's me. Take your mask off." You know, right? And then one of the things I did, and they wrote a great article on me in Gulf Shore Magazine in 2021, is I followed Alfie Oakes's lead, and I promoted, you do not need a mask to walk into this office. I basically was very blunt about it. One of the commercials I ran in 21 was, or at the end of 20, we are not taking this. You don't need your mask. And then at the end of 20, I threw a Christmas party. I had 850 people come. I would not let them wear a mask. And I had Alfie Oakes as my guest speaker.
Oh, how awesome.
It was fantastic.
Great? That's great.
And then there was literally so many videos and stuff of that night of, this is the way Supreme works, and they don't believe in the mask, and you're going to catch some shit too.
Oh, you do.
You're going to catch. There's going to be that
we
little.
caught it. Oh yeah.
There's going to be that little group out there that just wants to bust your balls.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, it was more of the positive.
Yeah.
And then in 2022, I had probably my best year. 23 was fantastic, except I don't know how you did. No, 23 was fantastic. 24 was a little tough for the summer because we had 4 hurricanes.
Yeah.
And we had an election year.
Yep. Yeah.
And election year always keeps people keeps their hand in their pocket.
Even if they have plenty of it, they
want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of August, September, and October estimates that he would go, or she would go, I'm going to wait right now.
Yeah.
And then after November 5th, I got flooded.
Mm.
I mean, absolutely over 200 cars buried nonstop.
Yeah.
But those 3 months there was tough. And then you were also, I felt we basically lost the month of September because of the storms.
Yeah.
And there was one of the storms that was supposed to come in on a Tuesday. So we prepped the shop with sandbags. Of course, you got to prep your home too. You're prepping everything. That's so you basically shut down Monday around 2.
Yep. I remember
then Tuesday, you tell everyone to stay home. Well, now the weather.
We were 3 days out, and I know
they were 3 days out. So you lose Tuesday.
That kills us that week. Yeah.
And then Wednesday, it finally shows up.
Yep.
It's not as bad as we thought, thank God.
Right.
And then now you go back Thursday, you got to prep the shop again. So basically you get 1 day of work, and that's Friday.
Yep.
You know, and as an owner,
it's tough, man.
guess what? You have to still pay your salary guys.
Yeah.
They're on salary, and my guys make good money.
Yeah.
And that whole week, I think I took in maybe 15 grand.
Gone. Yeah.
For the whole week.
Yeah. Since Irma, our whole lives here, we never had it. I mean, Wilma was a big one, but not enough. Not like what Irma, especially not what, what's the other one? Ian did. I mean, it was.
Well, Ian was the worst storm. I've been through 15 storms, maybe more. Ian was the worst storm that I've seen water-wise.
Right. We never had it. We never had water like that.
How many times did we hear flood surge,
Oh,
the
was a joke.
surge, the surge, and
I
we
would
never
laugh.
saw it.
Never. I would be
We
like, come
never
on.
saw it. And
Yeah.
then Ian comes,
Yeah.
and I went, holy
That's what they've been talking about for 40 years. Yeah. Which we never
This
saw.
is a 100-year storm, they'd say. We're not going to see another one of these for 100 years.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes you prep. I know what I'm right now in my house in Royal Harbor, I'm doing flood barriers. So they have these things now, they go up this high in front of your doors and they suck into the ground. So they kind of keep the water out.
Yeah.
Some of my buddies that did it last year, they said it was fantastic. It really worked.
Yeah.
Because I'm too old to carry them sandbags.
Oh, man.
Man, have you done them sandbags
I've gone to the
before?
beach and filled my own. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, and then you go to lift those things and you do them, but you can't get out of bed the next day.
No. And then you got to move them when it's over. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah. You know, and as a car guy, you know, we want a storm. So it's such a fine line for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I made a lot of money from Ian.
Mm.
You know, I did. I towed in 106 cars, me personally.
Wow.
106 cars in 7 days. I did all by myself with my son. We did one truck because a lot of these tows were 2-man tows where I had to get in a wetsuit and pull a car out of the water.
Wow.
Or the lowest, think about this, 106 tows. The lowest I charged was $1,200. The highest I charged was $6,800.
Wow.
I had to climb up in a tree and I had to hook up a Porsche that was off of Gulf Shore Boulevard, get in the tree, hook it up, and then I had to get out of the way, jerk the thing down, comes falling out of a tree, lands on its roof.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then I had to flip the car over to get it to get up on the flatbed. And it was pure mud where this area was.
Mm.
Oh, it was a tough tow. I was out there like 4 hours. But, you know, I've been towing since I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, something that took me 4 hours might have taken somebody else 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I got it and I did it. And then there was times I'd go on to these places on Gulf Shore Boulevard. You go underneath the parking garage and you can't see but the roof of the car. So now you got all the oil and everything in there. You're in a full wetsuit. You got your thing around your face. You got your mask on. You got to hook a car and you got to drag the thing out.
There was nothing like that ever in history. And there's no manual for that either.
There's no manual. You just did it the way you could. And they all totaled. But I told our customer, and I'm running a commercial about this right now with Coach Dave Wonstadt. One of the things we just did a commercial prepping people if a hurricane comes. And I'm going to give your listeners the same advice. If a hurricane comes and your car is flooded, if they're going to call you and tell you, hey, did the water come into the car? Yes, it did. Okay, we're totaling the car. Okay. All right. The first thing they do, as soon as they say that, they're sending a tow truck out to your house. And they're going to take that car and they're going to pull it up to Arcadia. So what happens to the client now? Now the insurance company has taken your car and they've got it, an hour and a half away. So now the third thing the insurance company does is they'll say, hey, for your Porsche, let's say your Porsche is worth 50 grand. It's a 17 or something, 18. Excuse me. We're going to give you $27,000 for your Porsche. What? How? My Porsche is worth 50 grand. No, we decided we're going to give you $27,000. And what can you do? Nothing.
Mm-mm.
They have you by the balls.
Yeah.
Your car you have no leverage anymore because you let them take your car before agreeing to what you're going to get for the car.
Because they already have it.
So out of the 106 cars that I towed in, they were clients of mine, have been clients forever. Out of the 106 cars, I got 40 letters sent to me thanking me for doing what I did. Because here's what happens. Now I have the car. They know they have to pay me for the tow. And I'm charging them $100 a day for storage to let the car sit there. So they're going to pay $100 a day for that car to sit there. And If they don't, it's costing the insurance company money. So now, let's say they did it to you and say, we're giving you $27,000. Okay, no, you're not. Oh, well, yes, we are. Well, then I'm not agreeing to it. My car is at Supreme Collision. And until you get to the number that I want, you're going to sit there and pay that shop $100 a day. So now it's costing them more. So now what does it do? They get their supervisor. This car is at a shop. It's not in Arcadia. We're paying $100 a day plus the admin fees for the cars. We need to cut this guy a deal. Hey, we'll give you $47,000. Okay, I agree. Go ahead and pick the car up.
Wow, so people have that leverage. People wouldn't know that.
They don't have the leverage. Yeah. I heard so many stories that they let the car go.
Yeah.
They let the car go
they
up.
They do what they're told. Okay,
and
well,
their leverage is gone now.
Yeah.
You don't have it. It's not in your possession.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you could do. Nothing.
So you have a say in that. Hey, don't take it there. Don't take it to take it to my guy right now.
No, my car is going to my shop. I want it evaluated by him. Make sure it's a total, even though we know it's a total.
Yeah.
Anytime salt reaches inside of a vehicle,
Done.
Car's got to be totaled.
Done. Okay.
Now, another side of the flip side of this, let's say your Porsche, and I'm just using this as a story. Let's say it only had maybe an inch worth of water in there. Okay, it wasn't one that came up to the seat, which I saw a ton of. What happens? That car, they total the car out. An auction guy comes by, opens it up, and sees that it only had an inch. Well, what does he do? He bids on that car. Goes in, pressure washes the car out. Next thing you know, you see it on the corner for sale. He bought it. He bought your Porsche for $15,000. He's got it out there for $40,000 because he only knew it had an inch of water in it. Now, because there are cases when it does have a little bit of water in there, you can possibly fix it. I'm not for it. I've told people, I don't care if it's an inch, if it's a half an inch. It's not about now what's going to happen. You can drive the car for a year, but when that salt sets in on them wires, after that year, you are going to deal with a nightmare. You're going to go out one day to start the car. It doesn't want to start. You're going to go to turn the radio on. The radio won't come on. You're going to go to move your driver's seat. It won't go forward. It's just one thing after another. And I've seen it and I've seen it. And I've tried to tell people, I told you this is going to happen.
Yeah.
You got to get ready. But I just loved the car. I loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see it go away. And I go, I get it. But listen, I'm doing this for 44 years.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if it's fresh water, we'll fix it. Fell into a lake,
difference.
I got you.
Big difference.
I got you.
Yeah.
But salt,
Big
no
difference.
way.
Another world. Yeah.
No way.
You've been in it your whole life.
Yep.
So your grandfather was in the car business as well, right?
Excuse me. My grandfather moved us down here. He came down first, found the little 2 bays from Bill Barnett, our ex-mayor, and bought it from Bill Barnett. And then my father came down while I stayed with my mother and my brother in New York.
Oh, so you were born in New York?
Born in New York,
Okay.
Yep, right in the Bronx. And, well, we were born in the Bronx, but my dad moved us out to a town called Mayapack. So he didn't want us being raised in the Bronx. I don't know why, but I love the Bronx. I was just there, by the way. And
Yankees game.
I went to the Yankees-Cubs game, yeah, the series. And then my dad came down, and then he was like, you know what? Naples is going to be great in the future. It was dirt roads then.
This was 73?
73, yeah. And we moved down here. He had us down here in 74. But we went back and forth a lot during the summers because we owned a Getty gasoline station up in New York.
Okay.
And
my uncle had a Getty station.
Yeah, so you would know the
there.
name Getty.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
for our listeners that don't know Getty, Getty in New York at the time is like Mobile down here, you know. And we had a Getty gasoline station, which was badass, and it also had 4 bays for mechanic work. And my grandfather had a little body shop right behind it, little 2 bays in the back of the shop. And then when my dad went back and forth, we were going during the summers and stuff. And then me and my brother were playing baseball, and we were both very good in baseball. He made us stop going back and forth because he wanted us to play in Florida and not New York.
We had the weather for it here.
Well, better ball too.
Yeah.
Florida baseball is just really good talent.
Yeah.
And so we ended up staying here throughout the summers from when I was 10 years old forward.
He still had the shop up there.
He had the shop up there, and we ended up selling the shop to one of our mechanics, and he ran it for 10 years. And he sold it, and then he came down here and worked for us.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and matter of fact, just 3 months ago, he was in town. His name's Scotty, one of the best mechanics I've ever seen in my life. Guy could figure out anything on a car. He just had that talent. And he came down with my dad to see my dad, and then I took them all out on the boat, and I cooked steaks and stuff for him.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Legend. So so you started staying here full time, and
with my brother.
Were you hanging around the shop? Would you go to the shop? What was that like for you as a kid?
I was, go to the shop, and, my thing to do was sweep the shop.
Yeah.
When you're 10 and 11,
Always did. Yeah,
10, 11, 12. At 12, I started doing oil changes. I would do oil changes. I would do transmission changes, and I got into brakes. And then I also, at 13, I learned how to do the tires, break down the tires and balance them and do all that stuff. So I started really getting into it. Then I would do that during the summer. If I was going to school, well, we were athletes, big time athletes. So we were always into sports. And if there was a break in sports, I was always at the shop. I never thought I would be into the shop. Like, I'm like, I don't really want to do this, Dad. I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to get drafted, and I'm going to make it to the pros. We all think we're going to make it to the pros when we're playing ball, and, but it is so hard. I mean, my manager, Carmen Cali, played for St. Louis Cardinals for 8 years under La Russa. And, but he had an amazing talent. I mean, the guy threw 90, 92, which was big back then. Now it's normal for a high schooler to throw 92. And, he got to travel, but he'll tell you how hard it was, to get there.
There's so few from our area that have made it to that level.
Yeah.
It's much harder than football.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Carmen had a great talent. He was a left-handed pitcher.
He's a lefty,
lefty with a great slider.
The lefty at 92 was a big deal. Yeah,
super good slider. And one of the greatest things about Carmen is he's calm in nature. I mean, very, very rarely I've known him 25 years, maybe longer. Nothing rattles him. So what did they do? They made him La Russa made him a middle reliever. Come into situations with a man on second and third and one out. Make me a good pitch here to get me out of the inning. Or first and second, no outs. I need a ground baller here to get a double play, And he just had that cool demeanor and kept him around. He got traded to the Dodgers he played for La Russa. He played for Joe Torre.
Legends.
And then he played for Gardenhire.
That's sick.
So he was with three teams and three amazing managers. Yeah. And now he's with the best manager he's ever had, J.R. Nocera.
Well, it's literally like you built your team that way. It's like you put a team together, how you did your crew there. It's awesome.
Yeah. So
but you had no interest in it. You weren't thinking that that was going to be where you would end up. It was with your dad's business.
No, I didn't really. I knew the one thing that I absolutely loved, and that was the towing aspect of it. I was very big into the tow trucks. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed getting to a scene where there was some bad stuff going on, and you had to work fast. You had to be at the scene within 20 minutes from your phone call. And
in order to be on a call list or something like that?
We're on city rotation. So it's me and 9 other tow trucks. And if we get a call, you have to get there within 20 minutes. And, you could get a call at 4:00 in the morning and you're in a deep sleep. And now you got to run to the shop, unlock the gate, get the tow truck out and haul butt to wherever the scene is. Or it could be as simple as someone got pulled over and got a DUI. Those are easy. They drive right up on the flatbed.
Mm-hmm.
On those, I would literally take them right from the scene and go straight to my house home
Yeah.
and come in the next morning. But yeah, I really enjoyed the tow business. And then I slowly got into other aspects of it. And once I got into the body work in 99, I absolutely loved it because of what I'd said earlier. Like, you get a girl with comes in with bad hair and she leaves and she looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And once I could see that, it was great. Mechanic work, I got sick of. I mean, a car would come in and it wasn't running, and you get it to start. Now it leaves, it's running. You don't see it. You know, you feel, oh, I found out it was a starter. I put a starter in it.
Yeah.
Get them down the road. Oh, the alternator's no good. Throw an alternator in.
Yeah.
You know, it got a little too monotonous for me. And I am a hyper guy. I'm always, like I said, I'm the opposite of my brother. I'm always wanting to do something.
Yeah.
If I have, even at 58 years old, if I have a weekend where I don't have plans, it starts getting me jittery. Like, what are we doing this weekend? I don't have anything to do. Well, come on, we got to find something
Always
to do.
on the go.
Yeah, I was always on the go. Yeah.
So the bodywork side is there. So there's an artistic side. There is art involved in that. It's
100%.
It's like a different world than mechanics. It's not like A plus B.
I have a guy right now that I am so proud of. He's been with me 17 years. He's 75. Comes to work every day.
God bless him.
He's the best metal worker I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
I mean, he could bend metal like what he does and his tricks to bend it, and that's the artist in him. Now, get him to work on the front of these new Beamers where he has to figure out what plugs into what headlight after a smash, or, oh, wow, now these front cars have 3 different radiators. You know, he's outgrown that.
Yeah.
That's where you got to go back to one of these other A-techs and go, hey, you're going to have to do this one. Even though it's got some metal bent, it's got too many other things. Now you get a quarter panel that's crunched, bring it over to Daryl. Daryl, this is your favorite job. Get it out. Pays 20 hours. He has it done in 3.
Wow.
So how that works is you get a guy on flat rate that knows his stuff. Even it pays 20, but if he's so talented and so experienced, he might have it done in 3 or 4 hours, but he still gets paid the 20. And that's how these guys make their money. You know, it's like a mechanic. Hey, he looks down, the water pump pays 6 hours to change, but a good mechanic changes that water pump in an hour and a half, but he still gets paid the 6 hours. And that's how that part of the industry makes the money.
Okay. So it's based on time.
Yeah, everything's time.
Time. You're selling. That's what you're selling is time with the mechanics.
Yeah.
So that it's an artistic. Is it their nature as an artist? Like for you, was it artistic something for you?
Yeah. I keep going back to this. I liked seeing it at the end.
Yeah.
But as I got deeper into it, I realized I like seeing the steps it has. And what I've done in my shop, instead of having one guy take it from A to Z, I do it as first guy is the JR who gets the car, checks it in. I check the car in. We have these thing called ink pens in the body shop world. It's pink. And I'll go out to the car and I will mark the windshield, the guy's name, his number. I mean, not his number, but his insurance, the date it came in, what tech is going to repair it, where is the damage, what insurance company's taking care of it, is the guy in a rental, yes or no, have the parts been ordered, yes or no. We do like a crossword, you know, you have to fill in each blank. Then we're done. Well, no, I'm sorry. We go out to the damage and we circle the damage, what we want the guy to fix. And then we tell him, okay, the quarter panel's repairable. Now take the bumper off. So we write R&I, remove and install. Take the taillight out. Take the quarter glass window out. Take the door handles out. And we label it. Then step 1's over. Next one goes to a body man. Body man does the work, takes it all apart. Next step goes to a guy who primes it, puts the primer on for it. He's done. Next step goes to the guy to prep the primer up. And he preps the primer up, and then he starts taping the car up. He's called a prepper. The other guy's called a primer. Next step goes into the paint booth. Now your painter comes out. Painter comes out and checks all of the work. Make sure he loves it. Gets it painted. Next step comes out, sits out in a lot, gets hard, paint gets hard, goes back to the step number 2, the body guy. Body guy starts putting everything together. Step 3, all together. Step 6 goes over to the detail shop. Detailer is over there waiting for the car. Now he starts detailing it, gets overspray off, gets all the dust from the doors being open, cleans it out. Step 8 comes back over to the shop. Got to go into Carmen, me, or Brian. We have to take the sheet out there. Now we have to do what we do, a QC, quality check. We have to check every little thing that we did on the car. If we find something wrong, we kick it back to step 2 to the body man. Or if we don't like the paint, go to step 6, back to the painter. So, and a lot of shops don't do it that way, but it's a whole chain of events that happens at my shop. And that's the way I've done it.
How do each of those positions get trained? Where do you find people that have this skill set?
So that's a great question. Awesome question. So when they fill out, when they come to work for me, they'll fill out probably like the way they do here is an application, what they have done in the business. A lot of them will flat out tell you, I want to be just a body man. I don't want anything to do with paint. All I want to do is repair cars. The other guy will tell you, I just want to be a painter. I don't want anything to do with body work. And then you get the kids that come in and they say, I just want to be a prepper. That's all I want to do is prep. And then while they're there, and if I do like them and I see how they're working and I see how they're cordial on their time coming to work, I'll start teaching them even more stuff. Hey, you're doing great over here as a prepper. Why don't you think about doing a little body work? I'll get you into some body work over here. Or the prepper, I'll go, hey, why don't you, I'll give you my paint gun. Take my paint gun, and when a hood comes in, flip the hood over and you paint just the back side of the hood. Because, it's easy. So see how you like that. And then maybe you'll do more. So perfect example of that is my actual own son. So my middle son, the first thing I did with my kids is first position you go to is the detail shop. Go down to the detail. You're going to learn how to read the estimate. So when the car comes down to detail, there's an estimate in the car. All right, this car got 2 doors and a fender repaired and put on the right side. So now you as a detailer have to go to the right side of the car and you have to see, is there anything you don't like? Because what happens is, and it's common, and I try to tell people this all the time, in the body world, overspray is a common thing. When the guy's painting, no matter how good they tape the car up, might get a little paint while he's painting, get underneath that tape or underneath that bag, and then it leaves a white cloud. It's just like a cloud, and that's called overspray. And you have to get that off. So I put my kids down there, my youngest and my middle one, and I put them in the detail shop for 3 months. I go, you guys are going to clean cars, wash them, detail them. That's what you're doing first. And then I moved them to prepping. And then I started them at the bottom, and then I brought them up. And my middle son just loves the paint world. And I saw that he was really laying out the backside of that hood really nice, or cutting in a fender. He was just doing such a great job. So I call up our paint company, and I said, hey, I want to send my son to your school for 4 days. So now, boom, I prep my son. And I've done this with other painters too, but I'm just using my son as an example because I'm proud. He goes to South Carolina and goes to a school there for 4 days. Put him up in a hotel for 4 days. He learns every day. That's all he's doing is learning paint. Comes back, boom, throw him out to work. All right, here's a car it's a rental car. Okay, rental car, wrecked the right front, 2 doors. Go out there and you paint that rental car. Let's see how it looks. Now it's a rental. So if it's bad, no big deal. It's a rental. We'll do it. It's not costing us much, And boom, next thing you know, he just took off. Now he's one of my top painters.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing about 140 to 150 hours a week. So
Within a week's time, within a 40-hour
within
week,
40 hours,
wow.
he's turning about 150.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's a passion of his.
Yeah. And then he has to, the way I had the shop set up, because he had a prepper prep the car up, he has to tip out the prepper off of his hours he makes every week. So, one week a prepper might make as much as 200 plus a little salary from me.
Uh-huh.
Or some weeks he might make 100. It depends how many hours the painter has.
Does he pick who his prepper is?
No, I pick him.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son is very like my brother, super laid back.
Yeah.
Doesn't get excited. And I had 3 preppers there, and the one prepper I teamed up with him is a super calm kid, very nice, always is dressed good, has his hair, keeps shaving every day. And I'm like, you go with AJ. His name's Daryl. You go with AJ, and then the other 2 I have with the other guys. Well, the 2 of them I told you I've had guys over 10. One of my painters has been there 20 years, and his prepper has been there 15 years. That guy I mentioned him earlier, Cliff.
Yeah.
I know his sons. I know his kids.
Yeah.
So, they're a great team.
How do your kids take your feedback? How does that work? Because sometimes I work with my kids, and sometimes I find my emotions affect them in a different way. I also get more emotional about things with them than I would with somebody else too. So how's that?
That's probably one of the hardest parts of the business. Like, my son just went through a rut about 4 weeks ago. And I had to go out to him and I said, I don't know what you're doing, but your paintwork sucks right now. And you're costing me money. You're painting things 2 or 3 times. What are you doing? Are you not paying attention? What is going on here? I mean, the last year and a half, you've been perfect. What has happened the last 3 weeks? I mean, are you partying at night? And I'm keeping my voice down, but I was more louder.
Get it?
I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, come on. I go, do you want to I'll just start charging you for the extra paint that you use. Because he's very money conscious. And I'm like, what? What is happening? He goes, I don't know. I don't know. I can't figure it out. But I go, well, figure it out. I go, you got one of 3 things going on. You have bad clear coat that you've been using. Either it's bad and you're not mixing it correctly. That's number 1. Number 2, you better get your gun checked out, because maybe there's something stuck in the needle of your gun. Change the needles in your gun. And number 3, maybe the pressure is reading wrong in the paint booth. Turned out to be number 3. We got the guy that's been with me over 20 years, and I said, go over there, help AJ. He's struggling right now. He's had a bad week. And he went over there and comes in the office. He goes, he's got problems with the pressure. Call the paint booth guys to get out here. The fan's not working in there and sucking it out the way it should. So many aspects to it.
Yeah.
It's just not about fixing cars.
Right.
It's just so much to it. I always tell people, God, if all I had to worry about was just body work and paint, just dealing with it, it'd be so easy.
Right.
But you got to worry about, one day you walk in and the AC's not working in your place. One day you go, man, why isn't that paint booth working? Oh, the belts in the back broke. Or, man, what's going on with our welder? Oh, or the welder went down. I mean, it's just
always something.
It's always something.
Yeah.
Hey, what is going on the floor back here? Oh, the hydraulic lines to the frame machine broke.
Yeah.
Why is when I'm doing my wrench, there's water coming through my wrench because the dryer for the compressor broke.
Yeah. It's never as planned. Never ever. And one of the things that our family was, I don't know if all Italian families are, but our family was a little dysfunctional in its ways. It's had its own ways. And I, at the time, maybe didn't like it, but I also found that growing up in a dysfunctional household really prepares you well for a small business, because you never know what to expect from one moment to the next. It's just always something new and different that wasn't in the plan. And that's kind of how home was sometimes too.
Absolutely. And this is God's honest truth. I've been offered 4 different times to run a reality show at my shop.
Yeah, that would be great.
4 different times. And one of them was a big one. And I was like, and I was married at the time, and I said, God, should we do this? I mean, the offer was pretty damn good. And Lori, my wife, said, if you do this, your personal life is over. You can't go out to a restaurant and sit down and talk, and this is going to be a totally different world for you. And it's going to be a shit show for you. It really is. Mm-hmm. And I go, well, they want me to sign for 3 years. It was good money, $500,000 a year. And I just couldn't do it. I shot it down. But man, we could run a reality out of there.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, right now, I hope too many. Well, I have 3 people that I've taken off the streets, and I have built rooms for them in my shop, and they live there at the shop. I put AC in their room. I got them cable. I got them little refrigerators. I got them a bed. And they're the 3 of my most loyal employees. That guy, Cliff, he's been with me forever. Yeah. He's not afraid. If I tell the world this, because he beat it, he was a heroin addict. Yeah. And, I took him in, saved his life twice, got him off of heroin. He's clean as a bee now. Likes to have a good drink, and who doesn't? But, built him a place in the shop, got him cable, TVs, his own little things, got his own little nest egg up there. Yeah. And, I'm proud of that. I've saved his life, saved a guy's life, and I did the same with the other 2 that lived there.
That's legacy. That's a small business. That doesn't exist in these corporate organizations. There's no heart. There's no soul to the humans that you have in your family. That's a human being. It's a human life that you care about, that you.
I mean, I can show you. The one guy loves me so much. One of the things he does every single night is, I want to read this to the people. Let me go to last night, because it's every night. I go up. I guess he's going to bed. Hey, boss man, just went around. I checked all the doors. Everything's locked up. Everything looks tight around here. Good night. He walks the whole shop, pulls on doors, makes sure everything's locked up, checks everything, makes sure ain't no stragglers there. Yeah. And,
isn't that something to have somebody like that? As if he's the owner. He literally is. He's acting as you. Yeah. Without you even telling him that. He's just giving you that peace of mind, man. That's special.
Love it. Yeah. It's about, like I said, it's about being an independent. You just, like you said, you don't get that at a corporate company. No. You're just taking.
You're just a number for them. I mean, you're just a number. Nobody's just a number. There's no soul.
So last week, I don't know how busy you are right now, but it's slow.
It's slow.
It's slow.
That's what we're talking about right now.
And I just can't understand why it's slow for me, because of, I'm running literally 50 commercials now a week. I'm a pro center for 11 insurances. I'm 5 deep with certifications. I'm doing podcasts. I'm doing everything I can to draw in work. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm dead. I'm slow. I'm slow for me. I mean, there's probably 45 cars there right now, which most body shops would love to have 45 cars. But for me, it's when you have 32 people there, you got 45 cars. It's not a lot for everybody. Yeah. You know, and I'll get your opinion on this. Do you remember how Naples was during the summer? We always had a prep for July, August, and September.
Always, yeah.
Right?
Father used to close in August. He used to say, gone fishing for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We shut the stores down in the early 80s. Yeah.
And then I think what happened is after COVID hit, and we spent those ugly 3 months, and then the word got out that Naples is fully open. Yeah. And people flocked here.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
flocked here.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And we had the best summers we've
Mhm.
ever had.
Yep.
And I think we got spoiled to the point where it's going to be like this forever.
100%. Yeah.
And then now we're going, whoa. It happened last year,
Yeah.
and I blame that on the election.
Yeah.
And the hurricane, the 4 hurricanes. And then this year, I'm seeing the same pattern.
Yeah.
And I don't get it because there's days that I leave work and the traffic's insane.
Right.
And then there's days that I leave work and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
nothing.
No, I know what you're talking about. Like last summer, we're about even with last summer, but it certainly feels like less. It's just the feeling of it, but we're about barely a little ahead of last year. But we prepped this year because January, February, and March of 24 were extraordinary. They were insane of 24. They were just like the best January, February, March ever. And then January, February, March of this year were not even close. I didn't think we'd ever meet 24.
Yeah.
So we prepped for having this incredible year. So we've got the team for that. But the summer is what it is. And it always sucks. I hate these months, because we are salary. We have people, and we don't lay people off. We don't, want to keep the team and keep them ready for season, but we got to get through these months. And it's always a challenge. It's always,
like we said earlier, it's a balancing act.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever had problems with this, but you want to make sure that during the slow summers, you have to do what you got to do to keep your main people.
Yeah.
Because you will see, you're going to feed your main people of the work you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the other ones that you have, they got to go to like for me, the A techs, my 3 A techs have to get fed
Gotta
first.
get the team. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my painter that's over 20 years has to get paid. Fed. And then of course, then my son has to get fed. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, your masters, your top tier, you got to take care of them. They're the ones who are, and they have the best retention rate anyway. They're gonna do the best work.
Yeah.
So they're gonna keep your rep out there either way. So yeah, you have to do that. You got to take care of them, and that's critical. But it's always the same. The summers, I just and I always think, oh, we're gonna be ready for it. We're gonna do this different. We're gonna do that different. But it's still always a never-ending battle. It seems like with something. And the AC's broke today. Because another. We got brand new AC units, so it's like $2,000 or $1,000 or whatever it's going to be. That always pops up.
Yeah,
there's always some crazy.
Now you have 3 stores. Is that correct?
Yeah. So.
And you own all 3?
Not the buildings.
Not the buildings.
No,
just the business.
We rent at all 3.
Yeah, you're paying Stoneburner here, right?
Kevin, we pay here. We pay the Lecker Company at the Village, and we pay Royal Shell, RLR Trucking, who owns Royal Shell at the Promenade. They bought that whole shopping center at the Promenade where DeRoma's is on auction because the Lecker Company let it go into foreclosure, and they bought it for $5 million. That whole 100,000 square foot shopping center, $5 million. They got it. They stole it. So that's our landlord there, and borrower slave to the lender. So we're rent at all 3, and we are responsible for the AC units that we don't own. So when they break, we got to replace them. So we've spent, $100,000 in the last 3 years in AC units that nobody sees.
Now, did you have damage in here during Ian?
Miraculously, no. We had water come right up to the door.
Oh,
we had none at all 3. And at the Village, which we're right on the water there, the Village was a disaster. That whole Park Shore area. Cars were floating everywhere.
Yeah.
You were there.
Oh, yeah. So that store took a hit.
Same thing. No, same
Whoa,
thing. No water in there. No, we were so blessed, so lucky that we had no water because we don't even have property insurance because we only have shampoo and chairs. We don't have a lot of assets inside. But we had no damage inside. Miraculously, we were real lucky.
Real lucky there. Yeah, we got crushed.
Oh, I would imagine.
We got crushed. I lost 3 frame machines, all 3 paint booths, blew the motors.
Because water.
Well, we had this much water out in the parking lot.
Wow.
Yeah, it was up to here on
41.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, it used 4th Avenue North as a gutter. The water rushed right down 4th Avenue North where we're on, past the Dunkin' Donuts, came right down, got up to the buildings that were right behind us, and then backflowed in the buildings, and it all came off of 10th Street.
Oh, off 10th.
It came right off of 10th, right in. I had to do all the drywall redo all that. All the computers, all the furniture was destroyed.
Who would have thought the water would come in that far? That's just crazy. Like in all the years, the water came in that all the way.
Unbelievable. And my brother, who's a little higher up, he's up by the Dunkin' Donuts there in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get nothing.
Really?
It just flowed down and backed in and came right into us.
Wow.
Yeah, and I took my son's truck and went down there almost while it was still going on and saw it and walked through the shop and went, oh God. And my heart just sank. And I was like, I had just built this beautiful showroom and it was not even 2 years old yet.
Mm.
And then it was just destroyed.
Wow.
You know, all the drywall, the wiring, man, the lighting, everything just had to be gutted.
Wow.
Had to gut the whole thing. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was something we never expected. And we had just recovered from COVID. And then we had to deal with that.
I know.
Yeah, thank God. We'll pray for no more of those for a while. We can go another 4 years.
I like those storms that come in, they just barely hit.
Yeah.
And they take coconuts and they take palm fronds and they drop them down on trees. That's the kind of storm that I like.
Yeah, that's what we're used to.
Just enough to tease everyone, but creates scratches and dents.
That's what we're used to.
Those are the ones I like. Yeah.
Your Italian heritage. I always like to touch on this a little bit because
proud of it.
Yeah, and the tradition. So mother and father both Italian? Or
no,
father.
Here's what I say. I don't know. My father's 100% Italian, and my mother's 100% Irish. So they go, "What are you?" I go, "I'm Italian." The good half, and my mother would go, "Whack." Yeah. No, that's one of my pet peeves or disappointments. I never learned how to speak Italian.
I haven't either. I know.
And my father speaks it, and I should have just learned it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Cubans that work for me, and I swear when they talk now, I could basically know what they're saying, and then I'll answer them back in English.
Yeah.
Because I've had so many. I have 5 Cubans that work for me, and
they're hard workers, man.
They're very good body men. They work hard. But they want they're tough to deal with when they can't hardly understand any English, when they're only Cuban, when they can only speak that. But now, with these phones, the way this is now, it's like they blah, 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 and then you go that, and then I got to grab his phone and say, oh, what's going on here? But
your father's side, so your grandfather, your father's father.
Mm-hmm.
From Italy?
Born in Italy.
Born in Italy, right? Yeah.
He came over on the boat to New York.
Wow.
Yeah, he's one of those.
So you're in the Bronx. The little
Generoso was my grandfather's name.
Oh, is that right? Generoso.
Yeah.
Oh. And that was probably a little neighborhood of Italians clustered together in the Bronx at the time, because my grandparents were
he started a little car repair business. Actually, my father tells a story that he first started fixing bicycles. He said every kid had a bike, and he started fixing all the bikes, and then he got into the cars slowly, and then he opened up a little shop, and it just went from there.
What are some what are some memories you have of being around your grandparents around holidays?
Yeah, so one of my memories that even though I was 15 and you're not supposed to get a driver's license till 16, and this is what my dad does now, but I did this for my grandfather. So my dad now, he likes to come into the shop. He's 80, and he has a chair there, and he even went out and bought letters. This is the way he is. You know him. He goes over to Sunshine. He buys letters that say Dr. Johnny's chair.
I love it.
And he comes in at about 9:30, 9:45. He sits in the chair, and he sits in that chair for 2 hours, and he just watches stuff go on. And my dad, when I was working, even though I was 15 during the summers, he'd go take the tow truck, go pick up Grandpa, and bring him back here so he can sit out in the showroom for 2 hours.
Oh,
and then I would do that every day. Pick up my grandpa, even though I was 15, I didn't have a driver's license, and pick him up and bring him back. And then the other thing too, you brought up is if we weren't out on the boat on Sunday, we were at my grandparents' house cooking Italian meal.
Mm.
We were always there.
Yeah.
And we did that for a long, long time. Even after he died, then we'd go to my dad's house. My parents split up very young, and but my dad married another Italian, very big time Italian. Well, not another, because my mom was Irish, but he married an Italian, and she was very into that Sunday dinners.
Yeah.
So we would go over there and do that on Sunday, and then we talk a lot about shop. That was a lot of the plans we made were
Over
to make
Italian
the shop
dinners.
over
Yeah,
Italian
yeah,
dinners,
yeah.
and made it better.
Yeah.
Better shops.
Yeah,
I mean,
you could never separate it. You couldn't be like, all right, this is just going to be family. It was the business was always involved in every conversation. It was
correct.
inevitable to come up, and you're gonna, and that was your meetings.
It's
People
still-
used to
it's
say, "Do you
still
have
that
board
way.
meetings?" I'm like, no, we had dinner. Like
Yeah.
that's what it was. It
Yeah.
was
Oh yeah.
no board meeting. It was like,
Yeah. We have. I mean, right now. My brother and my dad and I, when my dad is in town, because he's only here now.
he's in North Carolina. Too,
Yeah,
right?
he's in North Carolina.
Yeah.
He's only here 5 months out of the year, because he can't take this heat.
Yeah, yeah,
The heat just kills him.
yeah.
And but he can play. He still plays a game of tennis
I heard him
in
say
North
that. I
Carolina.
heard him say
Yeah,
that. God bless him.
he'll
80.
play a game of tennis. He can't play it here though.
because
He says if he plays one game here, he can't do anything the rest of the day because the heat knocks him out.
yeah,
And he's done for the whole
It
day. He sits
dehydrates him.
around.
yeah,
But he's still very sharp. You know, he's real good. My mom moved to North Carolina too, so she's up there because of the heat. She can't. I guess she's 82 or 83. She's older than my dad. But,
good genes. God bless
yeah,
him.
they're
Man.
going,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
You know, it's I always tell people, I enjoy once I get out of work. I enjoy my time. I party and have a good time, but I keep it to a limit, And as I'm getting older, it's like I find if I go out after work, if I'm not home by 9 o'clock at night now and in bed, the next day I'm ruined. Or I'll give you an example. I went out Saturday because I took me and my youngest son, we went up and watched the Fort Myers Mussels, the Mighty Mussels, the
old
single
Miracle.
Yeah, the old Miracle.
Yeah.
And we drove up there to watch Johnny King pitch.
Who's pitching? Yeah, I heard. yeah.
So we watched him pitch.
He's Dunedin, or who's he with?
He's with he's then with Toronto Blue Jays, which is out of Dunedin.
Yeah.
So he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs,
Nice.
struck out 7. Fantastic.
That'd
But
be
we
cool.
watched him for 6 innings and then we left because they pulled him out. And on the way back, I said to my son, "Hey, let's hit the casino in Immokalee." And he's like, "Yeah, that sounds good." So boom, we go to the back grade. Before I know it, we're kicking butt, we're winning, and I look down, I go, "Holy shit, it's 12:15." And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "How are you doing?" "Oh, I won." I said, "I won too. Let's go." So by the time I get home and I settle in, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Before the time I put my head on a pillow. Sunday, I'm useless.
Yeah.
I'm useless.
Yeah,
I can't do shit.
I can't do it either.
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
got to get my 8 hours.
it's like I can't do it. It's so
Now I look forward to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Is
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that's kind of my limit, but it's the way I go. But yeah. So me and my father and my brother now we try to, when my dad is in town, we like to go have a steak up in Andres up here.
Andres is classic. Yeah.
So the 3 of us sit down and we talk business and stuff.
Yeah.
And as my father's getting older, and it's a tough conversation.
Yeah.
We got to talk about his will.
Yeah.
And what goes to where and how this is going to be split. Because, if we're not set up correctly, it's going to cost my brother and I a lot of money in taxes.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Inherited taxes and things like that.
Yeah, we went through that. And it was actually John Myers from Naples Dodge who gave me some guidance on that because he had to do that with his father. He and Tom. But yeah, that's a big deal because you got to make sure it's otherwise you get killed or just spend a lot of money on lawyers.
I'm going to send pictures of you and I while we're talking.
Yeah, great. It's great because we covered a lot of really cool stuff. And I love that we're capturing this because
there's a couple things I want to get into if you don't mind.
Not at all. No, that's what we're here for, man.
Okay, let me just. I want to I want to talk about two things that is I think that our listeners need to hear. And we're going to start out with the first thing. I'm going to give you both subjects, and then I'm going to talk about the first one first, the second one second. The first one is insurance companies and what people really need to watch out for now.
That's a hot topic. Big
It's
topic.
a very
right
hot topic.
Yeah.
And the second hot topic we're going to talk about is electric cars and how it's changing the industry, and how one needs to really approach electric cars and really think about it before they buy one. Okay, so let's talk about the changes that I've seen in this industry when it comes to insurance. And I because you're in front of me, I'll use you as an example, and we'll go back to that story where you're pulling out a Goodlet, which is not a true story. It's fictional, but I'm making it up so the listeners can understand. So let's say you pull out and you get hit, and your car has 10,000 in damage. Okay. And you haven't had one single claim with your insurance company since your answer is, I've never been in a wreck. And I hear this every day. I've never been in a wreck. They're not going to raise my premium. So I'm not worried about it. That's story number one that I hear. Story number two, people like to come into the shop and say, I want an estimate. I wrecked my front bumper. Okay, I go out there and I write an estimate. And you know what? This is an easy one. It's $1,200. Well, I got to call my insurance company. What? You're going to call your insurance company for a $1,200 repair? Yeah. What's your deductible? Well, it's $500. So that's story two. Story three is, I'm bringing you my car. I want to make sure you total it. Total the car. I don't want to see it anymore. Car comes in, they're $10,000, $15,000 away from being a total, but they want that car totaled. They don't understand on their insurance company, if they have a totaled car on their record, whatever your premium was is going to double. Now let's go back to the first case with you. You haven't had a claim. You've been a perfect driver. You think they're not going to raise your rates. You came out, you got smashed in a quarter. It's 10 grand. Okay, you should call your insurance. You're going to call your insurance because you never had a claim, and you're going to roll the dice and think that they're not going to raise your rates, because 10,000 is a lot to come out of pocket for. You're going to come out of your pocket for your $500 deductible. The insurance company is going to pay me the $9,500. 6 months go by. Car's done. You're great. You look in there. You've been paying $3,000 a year on your BMW. Next bill comes in, $6,000. 100%. It's going to double. Audience, you're going to say, why? Why is it doubling? One easy reason: hurricanes. Hurricanes have taken. Let's just talk about what Ian did to this town alone in hurricanes. From Marco Island to the beginning of Bonita, they totaled 47,852 cars. 47,852 cars
I did not know that.
got totaled.
Did not know that.
From the Marco Island to the beginning of Bonita.
Wow.
That's not counting Lee County, what happened there. This is just Collier County. Okay? So, go back to that story I told earlier where I towed in 106 cars. Those cars got paid out money. And what happened is, what they did was, they got into a frantic panic. Where I told you earlier, your car was worth 50 grand, but they gave you 47. After a week or two, they just started writing checks. Get this guy out of here. We got to go to the next one. That's because they had 47,852 cars to deal with. Jeez. Don't worry. We're going to get them in the long run. We're going to get them. Okay, we wrote you a check for 47,000. You felt it was worth 50, but we gave you a high price. You know what? Very fair price. You gave me the 47. Thank you. Write you the check. Boom. You were paying $3,000. Now you're paying 6. The first 6 months. Then your next one, you're going to pay 9. That's what they did. They doubled it and doubled it. Didn't double it, went up another third.
Wow.
And they did it to everybody. So now my advice is if you get in an accident or you did it yourself, you hit a mailbox or something, and you are $3,000 and less, don't call the insurance company. Stay away from the insurance company, pay out of pocket, chalk it up for I screwed up. I forgot I made it too sharp and it hit the mailbox, or, oh my God, my son parked behind me last night and I backed out of the garage and I didn't see his car back there. So if it's $3,000 or lower and you can afford it, and audience, you know what you can afford. I mean, I've got people right now that was in the situation of that $10,000 story, and they don't want to call their insurance. They're worried. God, let's say that you have had accidents before and you went through insurance. I have a lady, and I'm not going to mention her name because I live by the man code. She's there every 2 months. She wrecks her car every 2 months. It's like clockwork. And the first probably 5 or 6, she called her insurance every time. And then she comes in and she's like, God, I can't believe how much I'm paying on insurance. What do you mean you can't believe it? I tell you, don't call them. You have the money. You live on Gulf Shore. I said, don't call the insurance. The last 6 accidents she's had, just paid out of pocket. And her insurance stayed the same. And because she's like, they're going to drop me. I go, oh, they're going to drop you. Insurances, well, this is how they document you. The first thing they do is check out your age. They're going to see how old you are. As soon as you turn 60, they're going to start monitoring you. Now, if you make one claim after 60, no problem. Let's say you have a tough year and you get in 2 more accidents. Now, after the age of 60, you're starting to show the insurance company a pattern. So all those times you weren't in insurance, now they're starting to dish out money for you. Remember this, and these are the best words I can tell you. The insurance companies are just like Vegas. They're going to win in the long run. There's a reason why Vegas has giant buildings, because they always win in the long run. They're going to get you. And insurance is the same way. And if they feel like they can't get you for some reason, they drop you. They'll just drop you, right?
Yeah.
They're like, now we're starting. All those years he's been paying, we've been making money off of him. Now we're paying back. We're getting close to we're not making money anymore off the guy. So they drop you.
Wow. That's
what they do. As soon as it starts flipping to your side, they get rid of you. But the bad part is, here's the bad part. The insurance companies all coordinate together. So you may think, I am leaving Progressive because I'm going to go over to Allstate, and now I'm starting fresh with Allstate. Doesn't work that way. Your Social Security, they have your number.
Follows.
And it follows you. And all of the accidents that you were in with Progressive flip over to Allstate now.
Okay.
So get ready.
Yeah. So 3K is a good number.
3K is my number that I like, because I feel like people can. I mean, if you don't have some savings and you're at 60 years old, or actually over 55, 3K is the number for me. If you are well off, the number's 10K for me. I have people that come in and they're not in an accident, but they have this car and they want it painted. And in some cases, I quote them $10,000 for, I'm doing a 63 Corvette right now that I quoted the guy $13,000. He goes, yeah, just get it done, But it depends on your bank account and what you have. I feel like if you're 60 and you can't afford a $3,000 mistake, maybe you did something wrong in your life. You're not in the right, you're not running the right path. But it's very tricky, and it's extremely tricky with insurances, and that's where you need to really truly depend on a quality body shop or a body shop owner or someone that's in that business that it might even be your State Farm agent.
Mm-hmm.
Your actual agent. I hear, my good friend is the agent of State Farm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, then maybe feel him out. Tell him you're in a $3,000 accident, and he'll punch it in for you, and he'll tell you, hey, you know what? If you do report this, it's your third accident.
Yeah.
We're raising your rates to $6,000 a year.
Mm.
And sometimes they'll do it, sometimes they don't. So I tell people, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and see if that's how you want to handle it. Not like I have found, like the big ones like State Farm or Progressive or USAA, they will punch in that number. I'm not making the claim yet, but if I do make the claim, it's going to be about $3,000. Can you give me an idea what my premium is going to be a year now?
Mm.
Do they punch it in? They look up your history. Yep. Okay. Your premium's going to go up to.
They'll tell them.
They'll tell them.
Okay.
They'll tell them,
Okay.
and then let the client decide.
Yeah.
And they're like, great. Okay, let me think about it. Next thing you know, I'm getting a call. I'm not using insurance.
Yeah. Because over time, you're going to pay that amount anyway.
You're going to pay it. They're going to get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like Vegas. It comes around.
Makes sense.
It really does.
Electric cars.
Electric cars. All right. This is we're talking the total big change of our industry. It's scary, number one, because these cars, I don't know if you have, my mind is going crazy right now, thinking about so many things. I don't know if you saw during Ian, when we got flooded, what happened to these electric cars.
Yeah, it was a scary thing.
Okay, they were catching fire.
Mm-hmm.
They literally would just blow up and just start catching fire.
It's a fierce fire too.
Yeah, and that's a nasty, nasty fire. You're trying to put out a lithium battery.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go back to talking about salt again. Now we're talking about, think about what I mentioned earlier with the salt and how it gets into your wiring and things like that. And it takes time to go thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we got these giant lithium batteries in these new electric cars, and now they get flooded. God forbid if they get flooded, then they're completely dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Completely.
Yeah.
Now, what has happened to us, and it happened twice after Ian, we took in a couple of electric cars, Teslas, and the car did get wet. And so they didn't tell us. Well, was it in the flood? Yeah, it was in the flood, but I didn't get nothing. Well, they got something. It went up underneath, but never made it into the car.
Mm-hmm.
So those lithium batteries, they lay on that floor of that car.
Yeah,
They're low.
Yeah.
They're low. And what it's doing, in a lot of shops refuse to work on them because of the danger of working on them. You, at any time, these cars can start a nasty fire when working on them. You have to go through classes, and you have to learn how to shut the batteries down, if that's possible. Most of them, you can shut them down. I know the Toyotas definitely have a key in the back where we go in the back and we shut it off. The Teslas, I haven't been able to shut down yet. So they're just extremely complex. They're changing the way we have to think all the time, whether we want to do the job or whether we don't want to do the job. When one comes in, how is our liability insurance?
Yeah.
God forbid if one of my guys is working on one and that car catches fire or blows up,
Will Tesla give you access to any of that, or is that proprietary?
No, it has to be done through the client himself. So one of the things that I cannot stand is, let's say I got a Tesla in, I have one in there now. It needs a rear bumper and it needs a rear hatch. So if you call Tesla, you can't talk to a human being. You just cannot. Everything is through their system. You punch in their numbers, you punch in the VIN number, and then it gives you options of what gate to pick and what bumper to pick. And God forbid if you pick the wrong one. You get it shipped to you. You say it's the wrong one. They don't take it back. You're stuck with it.
Oh, jeez.
You're stuck with it. You can't
Nobody
get them to return anything.
Mm.
You got to eat it, and you got to hope another Tesla comes in that needs that gate or that bumper or whatever.
Yeah.
And that is a nightmare. And it's making me as a owner think, I don't even know if I want to do these anymore.
Yeah.
You know? Now, the other day I was in one, and the guy is telling me, so my new accountant, secretary, I should say, she has one. So I go, I can't believe you have one of those Teslas. She goes, it's the greatest thing ever. I go, they're the greatest thing ever. Do you know, and you've probably heard of this, and a lot of it wanting, they literally now, she did it. I go, take me and drop me off at my house. I got a car there. She goes, give me your address. So she punches in my address in Royal Harbor, and she pulls a chair back. She hits go, and she's like, she has her legs and her feet crossed.
Yeah, the autopilot.
And she's sitting there. Now she reaches down, turns her chair like I'm doing right now, and sits and talks to me. The car never had the steering wheel touched, never had the brakes touched. It drove me right to my driveway. Literally drove right to the driveway and stopped and went, oop, you are at location.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind. Blows my mind. I mean, I don't care how good you are. My hand's got to be on the steering wheel. It was the most nerve-wracking 4 miles I think I've ever went in my life. I mean, it's scared to, and here I've been doing all kinds of stuff my whole life. I mean, and she's got her chair turned and talking, just blah, blah, blah.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
It really is.
It is.
I think that, before you go out and buy an electric car, I think you really got to think about it. Of course, you have to plot everywhere you go, because once the charge goes down, you have to find a charging station area.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can find one that's a supercharger like you guys have over here.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
One of the first ones here. Yeah.
Yeah. It's right behind you.
Yeah.
So they're.
So as far as working on them, they don't make it easy for you to work on them.
Extremely difficult.
It's tough to do. Huh?
Extremely difficult. I know a lot of people are not taking them, and I don't like to give Gerber a plug, but there is one exclusive Tesla shop. It's in Estero, and it's Gerber, and that's all they work on is Teslas. And they are literally backed out. You cannot get a Tesla in until December.
Yeah, I hear it's tough getting parts. And everything
you
for
can't.
Yeah, I hear.
Well, they're the only shop that is actually doing them. We're doing them, but we're doing certain wrecks.
Yeah.
If it's something like I talked about earlier with a BMW and it needs a quarter panel, I can't get the quarter panel because I'm not Tesla certified.
Oh, gotcha.
So it has to go to that Estero shop. And, I think one of the things that has happened is people rely so much on the technology of these cars, and they think they're never going to wreck. Well, they make mistakes too.
Sure.
And they run into cars, and that's why they are so stuffed up there with Teslas. And we got, I think, 3 or 4 right now, but that's usually, I normally have 7 or 8. But
they just put in the showroom on Radio Road, the Tesla showroom.
Yeah, it's going up. Yeah,
where they have that. But I know repairs are, I see it in the Tesla forums all the time. The repairs are hell for those.
Their repairs are hell. Getting parts are extremely hard.
Yeah.
We're dealing with right now, part-wise, GM. So what happened, if you remember, it was about 9 months ago, GM went on strike, and they shut down their parts warehouses for 3 months. They had a union issue. So now if I get a GM in there, and I do a lot of trucks and bigger trucks, it is extremely tough to get parts right now for any GMs.
Oh, really?
Because their part plant up in Detroit is behind. They went on strike for 90 days. So they were already behind. Then they went on strike.
Yeah.
So now they're still behind. I've got 2 trucks there that have been waiting on a headlight. It's been almost 4 months.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's a domestic issue because
Yeah.
you're getting it from in the country. It's not like getting it
I
from outside
know.
the country. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say made you who you are today? Who? Yeah.
Like, well, there's 3 people that have shaped me to what I am. No, the first person is obviously my father.
Mhm.
My father and we have a very close relationship. It has its Italian days where we want to knock each other out, but it also has its good days where no matter what, we back each other up.
Mhm.
You know, we're very, very close with that aspect. When the Yankees are on, we're texting each other all night. Anyone who knows Supreme, you know what a fanatic I am about the Yankees. Second person, there's a guy in town. He taught me a lot. His name is Ronnie Caldwell. This guy is probably the most talented car guy that I've ever been around in my life. He can fix anything. He can do anything. He's an A to Z tech. He wants to repair it. He wants to do the body work. He wants to do the mechanical work. He wants to do the paint work. He wants to do the interior work. He wants to reupholster the seat. He wants to put the headliner in. Everything. And when I was younger, he owned a business out off of 951 called OK Tire. And him and I got to be super, super close. And we did something every weekend. And he just taught me so much about cars and the right way to go, the right way to handle them and go after them and the right approach. He was always as busy as I am now, but how to handle certain customers. He taught me a lot. And another guy that taught me a lot is, and this is people who's listening might be shocked, is a guy named Tony Voigt. He owns Voigt's Texaco on the corner of Bayshore over here.
Mm-hmm.
He was a tough son of a bitch. Oh God, this guy was tough. He recently passed 3 years ago, but he taught me a lot about the discipline of getting to the shop at 6 a.m. See, one thing my dad, as great as my dad was and stuff, he hated being at the shop. He didn't like it. That's why he joined city council. He had me. And he had me and another guy that he just knew he was in good shape. So that's why he didn't want to be at the shop. He wanted to be there from 9 to 10, leave, and he'd come back at 5 to go through the cash drawer. But Tony Voigt was a real strict discipline guy. He was an old Marine. And he just really taught me a lot about the business as well. So those 3 are big time influences on me. My wife of 32 years was extremely influential on me too. She made me stay the straight road there for a long time. So we worked at the shop with me. So we were together every day. So I miss her. It was tough, but she was big influence on my life. She really just knew how to keep me looking sharp. My hair always cut, keep shaving, wear the right clothes. Don't be a slob.
Yeah.
I know you're filthy today in these clothes. Don't worry. We'll clean them. We're going to get new ones or whatever, So there you go. There's that, How
about your mother? How would your mother describe you?
My mother describes, so when I was in the 4th grade, my parents split up, and I went with my mother and my brother went with my father. And we literally, me and my brother stayed close. And the good thing was my dad lived literally down the street.
Just Royal Harbor?
At this time, it was in Lakewood Boulevard, in Lakewood.
Lakewood, yeah, right.
Lakewood,
right.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So when we moved to Lakewood, we literally, in the 70s, we were the 4th house in Lakewood. And to get to our house, you got to take a dirt road. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
I know. No, it's crazy. But my mom was the disciplinary. My mom was the one that hit us with the spoon Yeah.
I've been hit by a spoon.
Yeah. You know, well, you got to get the wooden spoon or the soap in the mouth. You know, she was the disciplinary. She was the tough Irish woman. She was the one who took us to a lot of the ball games and stuff, because my dad would go back to New York during the summers. So it was me, my mom, and my brother. And so, you know, she was great at that aspect. She had some health issues for a while, but how she would describe me as a tough son of a bitch. And I am. She knew I loved fighting. I got into fighting when I was younger and became a really good fighter. Then I got into wrestling and was a decent wrestler, but I was a real good fighter.
I didn't know you wrestled too.
Yeah, I wrestled in high school for Laley.
Laley, yeah.
St. John
Laley always had a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Laley was always good wrestler.
They had a guy there who was my best man at my wedding. I had a dual best man, my brother, and this guy named Jeff Mastari.
Not Mastari. Yeah, I love Jeff.
Yeah. Four-time state champion.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I
man.
have his
That guy's
truck at my
insane.
shop right now.
Is that right?
I don't know if I should be telling people that, Jeff, but he's a 134 pounder that could tie you up like a pretzel.
A freaking legend, man. He was my idol. That guy was a stud.
Oh, stud. And he's still in great shape, and he's still, you know, he really does well with his business. He's fantastic. We've been very good friends for a long time. Matter of fact, I introduced him to his wife that he's married to right now. Yeah,
that's cool. That's really cool.
We were really close. We did a lot of stuff there for a long time. A lot of fishing trips, a lot of lobster trips.
Yeah, nice.
But Jeff's one of the good ones.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely a legend in this town. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Laley had a program that I always admired, wrestling wise. Back in the day, they were.
Yeah, and Jeff is the only, to this day, four-time state champion.
That is such an incredible feat. Yep. That is insane.
4-time state champ. And he went to Michigan State and wrestled there.
One of the best. Yep. Yeah.
And then he got out and coached Laley, and then he left Laley, and then he went to Barron, and he coached Barron.
Right. He did coach at Barron. He
coached at Barron, and he stopped coaching, I think, 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah. I went to a district meet, I think, or an invitational that Naples had a couple years ago. It was awesome to see all the old timers there, and that was cool. I didn't know you wrestled though. That's cool. Oh, that's its own.
I made it.
Class of its own.
Made it through the districts, through the regionals, and I got beat in sectionals. I never made it to the state.
Yeah, to any level. I mean, to get the district, let alone, because this was a tough district. It always was.
It was.
There was
back
always
then.
some badasses.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember moving from up north, and we had a good wrestling program in Philly, but coming here, what was his name? Coach, he's still alive. I saw him there. The legend coach at Naples was Staples. Coach Staples was
Staples.
I remember he running some camps.
Oh yeah.
All right, couple just for fun.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Hidden talent is yes. I don't know what it is, but I can remember if you see me out in a restaurant, I can't remember your name, but I can remember what you drive and what I did to it. And I can do, you had a Jaguar, right? Hi, JR, how are you? How you doing? Hey, how are you? What's going on? How are you? Can't remember her name. How's the Jaguar?
That's great.
Did everything good in that left rear?
That's great.
I mean, it's like, Lori used to tell me, I don't know how you do it. You have no idea what their name is, but you can name their car. And then I go, I'm sorry, what was your name again? And they'll go, oh, it's Mrs. McLean. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. But I know what I did. And then people go, I can't believe you remembered that.
Yeah.
I guess
that's talent. That's
it is.
Talent.
And there's certain phone numbers that I can remember.
Yeah.
You know, I can remember, can you remember your phone number when you were in elementary or middle school to your house?
Yeah, 597-4397. Yeah.
See? Isn't that crazy? Mine's 775-3247. Yeah. I can remember that number.
Yeah, and 775 used to be east. 597 was north. 455 was Golden Gate.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
The sections. You can tell where somebody lived by those first
now
numbers.
Nobody has a phone in their house.
Right.
Because nobody has a phone.
Right, and the area codes mix match all over the place. You can't tell anything.
Yeah, so I would say that's kind of a hidden talent.
That's great.
I'm I'm very good at I'm still a very good hitter. Like I'm playing in a 55 and over pro division softball team now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and I can still hit like a champ. It's just the running part that gets
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
You know.
Does Eddie Starcher, Eddie
Yeah,
Ballard still,
yeah,
is
he's
he
still
in with
playing.
that group? Yeah.
Yep,
Do you
yep.
play with him? Yeah.
I'm gonna actually play against him next weekend
Oh, is
in
that
Cape
right?
Coral, and then once after Cape Coral we go to Las Vegas for the World Series.
Oh, no kidding. Really?
Second week of September. Yeah,
So this is a local team or a group that
I'm playing with a team out of Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
I know.
How fun is that to stay in
it's
that
great.
game? That's very cool.
Just to stay active.
Yeah.
And do things like that.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. I love fishing every chance I can get on my boat. I really, really enjoy that. Right now, I just got a new home in Royal Harbor, and I'm slowly putting that together now.
Fishing, snook fishing?
No, I like to go way offshore.
Offshore? How far do you have to go these days to get
Well,
a
I
good
went
group of
out
rest?
last weekend. No, not this past week. The weekend before, I went 110
Wow.
out. I was literally 20 miles from the Tortugas,
Wow.
the fort,
No kidding.
and we killed it. We did really
I mean,
well.
that's how far you have to go to really do well, though, right?
Well,
Yeah.
you want to get the bigger ones.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
So what'd you get? What'd you bring home?
I
What'd you get?
brought, we had 7 guys on the boat. You're allowed 2 American redfish each. And there's
Redfish out there. yeah?
No, red snapper.
Red snapper. Oh, yeah. Okay.
American reds. And they, you know, they're this big, they're this fat. They
Yeah.
fight like a champ.
Yeah.
We caught them. We caught grouper. We got some nice big trigger fish.
Ooh,
Then we
wow.
got a giant, the biggest one I ever caught, 22-pound African pompano.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it was badass.
Yeah.
It was
and
it was a great trip.
What do you do with all the fish?
So when we come back, the pompano, we fillet it on one side. The fillet was this big, that wide.
Beautiful.
So we slid it down. I got my Blackstone. I seared it on each side for 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other half, I chopped up and put it in and made it sushi. And I laid it around the pool, and then all the guys got in the pool. And
man, that's
ate right
heavenly.
there.
I could
Oh,
live
it's
on
heaven.
that. I could live on that.
oh, it was fantastic.
I remember the days we lived in Vanderbilt, grew up in Vanderbilt, and my father had his Grady White, and we would go out. You didn't have to go as far offshore, but the grouper we would come home. And grouper to me at the time it was like so common that I didn't appreciate it the way I do now. Like
Yeah.
we had that much fish now that we had then. Like it was just all over. It was always in our freezer.
My
It was always
freezer's
for dinner.
stuffed right now. And then a bunch of buddies went to the Keys this past week, came back with lobster.
Oh,
And they go, hey, check in your outside freezer. And I opened up the freezer last night when I got home, and there was
there's nothing
lobster
like that.
tails
There's nothing
stuffed in
like
there.
that, man. There's nothing like between
I
the
thought that was
fresh
pretty
fish.
cool.
Fresh fish and that's one of the blessings of our area. I could live on that. What music is playing on the boat? I'm sure you got a sound system on there. What's your music on the boat?
Anything Red Hot Chili Peppers is my favorite. I'm a variety music guy.
Mhm.
I just went to the Coldplay concert.
Yeah, that was after the incident or before? It was
incident.
after the guy on the.
It was the week after.
It was the week after.
Oh, did I get my balls busted? Stay off of that jumbotron, you know. It was the greatest concert I've ever been to
Yeah?
in my life. Yep, it was fantastic.
Where'd they play?
They sold out. We're Dolphin Stadium,
Oh, okay.
77,000.
No kidding.
And
Wow.
when you walked in, they gave you a wristband that lit up to their pumping of their music. So the whole stadium
had a chip in it or something.
it had a chip in it that
That's
was
amazing.
coordinated
That's sick.
with their music.
That's crazy.
I'll show you a video when we get off the air. It's going to blow
That
your
is
mind.
So cool.
But yeah, I love Coldplay. I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Weezer.
Oh yeah.
That's my kind of music.
Yeah.
If you go out to the car, I usually have Lithium playing on Sirius.
Oh yeah, seriously. Yeah. I know Lithium.
That's
yeah,
my
yeah.
station.
Yeah.
I went to school in South Carolina, so that I got into Hank Williams Jr.
Mhm. Classic country.
Yeah, classic country.
Yeah.
He was good. So
Yeah.
I like Jamie Johnson. He's an old redneck boy too. He's
Okay.
good. I play a variety. If I take my dad out on a boat and he's got a bunch of his friends, I'll play Sinatra.
Put some Frank on. Oh yeah, Frank's time.
I'm very good at coordinating to what the talent is or whatever's on the boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when I take my kids out, you know, I play freaking Notorious Big and
Yeah.
you know, shit like that. Little Tupac and things like that.
Yeah. Good variety. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to. I go with the time
Mm-hmm.
on what I have on the
Oh,
boat.
and what do you have? Do you play from your phone on the boat? Do you play from your? Or do you have
Yeah, I have a playlist. I have a bunch of variety of songs, and then it connects to the boat.
Yeah. Okay.
The boat's. I know. I don't want to pat myself. It's a badass boat. It's a
Well, to go 100 miles offshore, you got to have
it's
something.
a 42 HCB, which you have HCB. What? I don't know
Right over here.
Right here. Yeah. Brian Ewan, I'll give you a plug. He runs that store right there. He's fantastic, great guy. But I've had Hydra Sports my whole life, but I've graduated in time to bigger and bigger.
42 feet. That's a
42, and it has 425s on the back.
425s. That sucker will move.
It's a machine.
And cut through the way.
It's a machine, man.
Wow. No wonder why you're going 100 miles. No big deal. You get there in no time.
Well, the boat weighs 24,000 pounds, so it's. I've topped it out at like 63, 64.
Wow, that's sick.
But
wow.
When I'm going offshore like that, we try to cruise around 44 and go out there. The last trip we made, the seas were 1 foot and less. It was just gorgeous.
Wow.
We got to see the sunrise on the east, and then on our way in, we saw the sunset.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Gosh. Then you come home and eat that sushi.
These are, excuse me, these are things as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate a lot more. And
yeah. Well, we live in paradise, man.
We do.
We live in the greatest spot in the world.
I always tell people, you know, I love going to the Bahamas. I really do. But after 4 days, I can't wait to go home.
Yeah.
Same thing about Vegas or New York or Chicago.
Yeah. Nice to
places
visit.
I've been.
Nice to visit.
Yeah,
but
nice to visit.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, with me growing up, besides working, I was also playing pro softball. So I got to see all kinds of different places of the United States.
Yeah.
Because I was a paid player that got paid to play. Sponsors would pay for the flights and the hotels.
Nice.
So we'd get on a plane on a Thursday.
I didn't know that existed. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Softball's big.
Yeah.
And real big. And yeah, I never made it to the pro level. I was in the AAA level.
Mm-hmm.
So right under the pros, but I got to be really good friends with, there's 3 local pros here. And we all became very close. And if they were short a guy, they would call me and go, "Hey, we need you this week. We're flying to Vegas and we need an extra body." Not going to say if you're going to play, but we were down to only 11. If some guy gets hurt, you got to be in.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "All right, I'll go." And then I end up playing,
how cool.
holding my own and doing well, you know.
There was another.
Remember what I told you earlier? I can hit. I got great hand eye. I'm from here to here. I'm really quick.
A lefty?
Yeah, I'm lefty.
I'm I saw that motion there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a lefty.
Oh boy. The other Italian baseball player from here, Cardillo. Did you play with Cardillo?
Well, he was. I didn't play with him, but are you talking about John Cardillo's son?
Yeah,
the lawyer's son.
Yeah.
No, but I fixed his car last week.
I knew there would be some
true
connection.
Story.
That's awesome.
And it's funny how this town's so small. My wife, ex-wife, Lori, the first person she ever worked for was John Cardillo.
Is that right?
Yeah, and she learned a lot about, you know, the lawyers and how things went.
Yeah.
And then when her and I married, and she came to work for me. But yeah, and then John to this day still brings all his cars to us.
That's awesome.
And he's got some nice cars. He's has that new Chrysler 300. It almost looks like a freaking Bentley.
I've seen those.
It's gorgeous. It's all black, and I mean, it's just
that's
beautiful.
What he's driving.
That's what he's driving. Yeah. And he's like my favorite customers in the business. I call them key droppers. They come in, they say, "Hey, JR, I did it again," or something like, "Hey, I messed it up." They literally take the key, put it on my desk, and say, "You got my number. Just call me when it's done." Yeah. Those are the best.
Yeah, don't you love that?
Just key droppers. Yeah. I didn't even see the car.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at it. I don't know if I need parts.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just one of those deals, you know. Just I've gained the trust of customers over the years. They know that they're in good hands. and I'm going to treat them fair.
Yeah.
Quick story from yesterday. A guy comes in. He goes, JR, I don't know why. I don't know why I did this, but I went to Naples, went to another body shop first. He has a Porsche. People can figure it out. And I don't know why I did it. Look at this. He hands me a bill for $3,800. I went out and I looked at the work and I go, let me write you an estimate. $480.
Wow.
$480.
That's crazy.
I go,
Yeah, who would know?
I don't see $3,800. And he goes, I know. I said, you know what you got to do? Get it fixed. After it's done, if you like it, great. Write a letter. Write a letter to that shop. Tell them I doubted your estimate. I took it to my other guy who I know really well. I won't even mention his name. Fixed it for $480.
That's a big gap.
You kidding me?
A big gap.
Over $3,000.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Well, when you ever, we were talking earlier about that percentage of people that you just can't, you do everything you can to try to make it right, to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's just a market of people out there who we're not for, you're not for. You don't want them as customers anyway. Like we've done this before where we've sent people to another salon. Like we've done everything we can. We just don't think we can get you happy. We want you to be happy, but it might not be here. So we might not be for you because you're always going to be there. There's those customers are just never, it's impossible. They're impossible to please. Like it's just,
I got a theory. It's just a theory from doing this for so long. They're miserable people.
Yeah.
From the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. And it's going to happen. It happens in my business probably twice, bad years, 3 times a year. Definitely twice. Or I literally go, I don't want to fix your car.
Yeah.
Take the car back.
To. Yeah.
Here's the keys. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Take it somewhere else. There's not I haven't even touched the car and you're already complaining.
Yeah.
And I don't want, I'm too old. I don't need those type of people in my life anymore.
Right.
You're going to see that article that's coming out in the Naples Lifestyle magazine when they interviewed me. One of the things, what's your best advice you can give people? And my answer is very simple. Keep yourself surrounded with positivity people.
Yeah.
People that are positive. If they're not positive, if they don't want to laugh, they don't want to joke around, don't want to be positive in life, then they do nothing but drag you down with them.
Yeah.
And I can't take that.
Dude, life's too short to not have it. Life's too short.
I used to try to be, I used to think because I'm charismatic, I don't know if I said that right, that I could get that person to change.
Yeah.
And I would try and try and try. And the next thing I know, I'd find myself going, maybe he's right. Maybe now I'm starting to think a little negative.
Yeah.
And no.
Yeah. Just sucks you
too
down.
Too old, too tired, can't do it.
And life is just too damn short.
I just want to have a good time. And, I say I don't have much longer because I was going to bring this up earlier. My father, he's the only Nocera to last past 67.
Yeah, I believe
every Nocera has died before 67 years old.
Wow.
So, I say,
maybe, your uncle, you said this.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
He died. He was at 67.
Wow.
My dad's the only one. My aunt, she died at 45.
Wow.
Yeah. My cousin just died last month, 64.
That's young, but
I know.
Young. Yeah.
And he had a very successful business in town. And we talked a lot. He owned Collier County Choppers. His name was David Nocera.
Mm-hmm.
And very successful. And, but
that quick. Yeah. We only get, what do they say?
This is what's like, I'm getting goosebumps right now. My Harley, which is a badass Harley, was the last Harley he worked on.
Wow.
He worked on it Friday, finished it, called me, went to the hospital on Saturday, died on Sunday.
Jeez. Yeah, man.
2 months ago.
Wow, that sucks. Oh, that
mind blowing. Just blows my mind to think that. What the hell?
Yeah, so young, and I'm 60, and I realize that, most men only get 3,700 weeks in life. I got 600 weeks left if I make it to that, according to the standards of our country,
Yeah.
and not a lot in my family. There's been a lot of cancer.
Do you go
in my
hard
family.
on weekends or after work, or what's your lifestyle like?
Here's
Let
an
me
example
change the
of it.
interview around.
Yeah, no. This is my father-in-law, who was my idol. Like, I love that man to the core. He was one of the greatest influences on my life. He was a walking sermon of a human being who embodied Jesus in a way that he just was a blessing to everybody. Not like, hey, you need to be religious.
Right.
He just was a servant to every human. He was so good to me and taught me so much in life. Best shape of his life. The guy would ride 30 miles a day. He had a 33 measure on his VO2 max, which is like the top 5% of his age group. It's like world-class athlete. Fit as could be. And in February 5th, we get a phone call that we haven't heard from him. We go to his house. He had a brain bleed, and within 3 days was gone. That quick. I mean, we had dinner with him Sunday night. The best dinner ever. The guy was so full of life, doing things for everybody. And just like that, gone overnight, just gone like that fast. And the guy took care of himself so well. The last person on earth you'd ever think would be gone. 72 years old, but you'd have thought he was 50.
Damn.
That fast. And,
well, you look at things like what just happened. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne actually lived longer than Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan had the ultimate body.
Yeah.
And Osbourne was
Ozzy did everything wrong.
Everything absolutely wrong. And I mean, and when it comes to that stuff, it just doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't. And it's, it's a different
there
plan.
are people out there that you can call. You seem really obese. This guy's going to.
Well, that's what we thought, like a lot of his relatives, like there's no way they're going to make it past him. I mean, there's no way. And they're outliving him and they eating sugar every day and drinking and never exercised a day in their life.
Yeah.
And you just never know. So just
like my mother's parents lived to 87 and 86, and they drank Rob Roy's every night, starting actually at 2.
Yeah. And
they drank till they went to bed at 9.
Yeah.
And they smoked a pack of cigarettes a day.
Yeah. My dad was a
and
smoker,
here they are at 86, and then they tell me at 80 they're quitting. I go, if you quit. My mom would actually say, "You're not quitting, because if you quit, you're going to die within 6 months." And that is the truth.
Yeah, I know. My father died at 75. He died in 2015. Dr. Spano, who's been in town forever, was taking care of him, and he had lung cancer. My father had a lot of things before he passed. He died over a 10-year period multiple times, but then when he was finally going out, he was on oxygen, but still smoking while he's on the oxygen. And Dr. Spano would say, we'd say, "Do you think you should stop smoking?" He's like, "No, no. Why would he stop now? It's the one thing he enjoys, and he's lived this long with it. Let him enjoy the last little bit of it." So he smoked to the very end, all the way. But
I've had people tell me, "You need to quit drinking, or you need to stop your dipping." I said, "I ain't quitting drinking, and I ain't quitting dipping." That's all there is to it. If it did, that would kill me.
Right. You got to keep it going. If your life was a movie, what would be the opening soundtrack?
Oh, shit. Opening soundtrack. My life was a movie. It's got to be something Fast and the Furious or something like that. I know you're getting to know me, but I enjoy work. There's an old saying, I work hard, but I play harder. And I really do. Yeah. When work is out, I'm doing something. Yeah. I mean, last night, I'm sitting around. I'm like, what am I going to do? You know what? I went up to Seasons 52. Sat up at the bar there, grabbed something to eat with this girl I'm dating right now. And then I'm like, what are we going to do? I got to, you know what? Let's go back. We'll jump in the pool for an hour. It's like I got to do something.
Yeah,
and then I go,
always going.
Get out. I go, oh, you know what I wanted to do? Let's start the Game of Thrones tonight. So I end up watching the Game of Thrones till midnight, But it's like something like I got to be doing something.
Yeah.
I do have the days where, like I said, I went out with my son till 1:30 in the morning. And the next day I basically want to do the payroll on Sunday, get something to eat, grab a can of Copenhagen and watch movies.
Yeah.
That's what I do because I can't do it. But I'm learning how to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I want typically what we do, and I want to offer this to you and your team, and however you want to do it, but or your significant other, whoever, we want to offer them the opportunity to come get a makeover on us as our gift.
Oh,
So they get to come experience us, and whether that's your right hand, your leader, your employee of the year, or whoever you want to do. If you have a few women there that you'd like to take care of, it's going to be something that we have the time for it now, and we'd love to give them that experience.
Beautiful.
And
Get them over here.
yeah, let them
all right,
just experience some pampering and some loving, and just
well, Whitney's my main girl. She's in that office. She's the mother hen, like I said. But
yeah,
I'll give her an opportunity for that.
Sure. Well, however you want to do it, or however many, because now's a good time for it. We'll get them hooked up. I'll have Marina get a hold of you. She's my Whitney. Marina is. She keeps me in line, keeps our company in line. Okay, last question.
All right, we did it. Wow.
What do you love about your life right now?
Right now, that's a good question. Shit. Well, what do I love about my life right now is I have the children working at the shop. That's fantastic. I'm in a new home. I'm starting, anyone out there, and I can say this, that has been married for over 32 years and then gets a divorce. It's been 2 years now. It's such an adjustment. I don't recommend it to anyone. It's so hard to relive your life. But again, going back to my theory, I put myself around positive people that have brought me out of the dark, and I'm doing really well. I'm very happy with where I'm living now, the way the kids are at work, the way the flow of work is going, although we are in July or August, so we're going to be a little slower, but I got positive things all around me in my life. My staff is phenomenal. I'm very happy there. I want to get together here within the next year. I want to go back to Italy. I love Italy. It's fantastic. So that's on my bucket list to go back.
Yeah.
I did a lot of things that were on my bucket list in this past year. The first year after the divorce was just a nightmare. Every night was just a nightmare. It was so hard to come out of that, but I came out of it and I'm doing well. And I started hitting bucket list things that I would never do before. And I did. I mean, I've always wanted to see Red Hot Chili Peppers in concert. I saw them. I went and saw Weezer. I went and saw Pearl Jam. Did some really cool stuff there. I went out to Vegas and I went to SEMA. And SEMA is the world's largest body shop and car show. And I've been invited for years and years and years. I never did it. And this year I said, I'm doing it. What the hell? And I went and did it. And that was fantastic. I can't wait to go back next year.
Cool.
So I'm accomplishing a lot of bucket list things and to-do things. I don't know if I'll ever get remarried again. I probably will because I hate being alone.
Yeah.
I hate being alone.
Yeah.
And I've got great positive people around me and friends right now. My phone hasn't stopped blowing up here. But I want to get a couple people to you and Zach to interview, send Michelle and Dr. Kevin over here.
Yeah.
I think they would love this.
Yeah.
They really would.
Yeah,
so.
well, I think he's an important person in your life. I could tell he was.
Yeah.
Because he was the first person you brought up, but also I think...
Well, I went to dinner with him Monday. Went over to Blackbird. I don't know if you've been there
I've been
yet.
hearing about it. I see.
You got to go.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. But you can't get in. And you got to make reservations. It's insane.
In August.
I know.
I've never heard of that in Naples.
Have to make, when we leave on Mondays, you have to make the reservation for the following Monday. You
That's insane.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
But what they do on Mondays, though, which drew everyone in, it's 50% off the menu for everything. Everything.
Oh, on Mondays.
On Mondays.
Oh.
You get a Crown Royal and Coke.
Oh, even liquor.
$15, $7.50.
Wow.
You get a beautiful glass of wine for $24, $12.
Wow.
So him and his wife ate over there the other day, and the total bill was $110. It was $220.
Yeah.
but we walked out paying 110.
Yeah. I didn't know they did that. I see it's all over. I mean, the influencer girls are
And
doing videos of it all over the place.
Food is phenomenal. Food is so good. The service is great. Atmosphere is really cool. The way they set it up, you never know it was a bonefish.
Oh, that's where Bonefish was.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
in there.
Right around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They put it in there. Okay. So they redid the whole thing.
Yeah.
But put a lot of money into it. Is that a local?
It took them since Ian. They just opened up. They bought it right after Ian.
Oh,
They gutted the whole place. It's you walk in and you say, this was not a bonefish.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was right there.
Yeah.
I see it all over. I hear people talking about it. It's like the thing. And then I hear you can't get in the summer. It's like, I'm season maybe. But I never
well, you know the way it works around here. Anything's new.
Yeah.
People flock to.
Of course. Yeah.
And then give it 6 months and then they're looking for work.
Who are they? Right.
Yeah, right.
How many businesses have you seen do that over the cycle? I mean, in this town, hot for a minute. Oh, watch out. Oh, there's going to be this hair salon that opens up and they are going to be the shit. And
on my last note here, I just want to say, I want to just talk real quickly about the future of body shop business.
Yeah.
I think you're going to find a lot of mom and pop shops hitting the bucket. They're just, the cars now are so complex. It's just not changing a bumper anymore. Car gets hit in a bumper and you have that car that has mirrors that if a car comes up on you on the right, it flashes a mirror to let you know, hey, there's a car coming up on my right.
Yeah.
So behind the bumpers now, when you pull a bumper off, there's 3 computers that are attached to the bumpers now.
Mm-hmm.
And you just can't unplug them and then put a new bumper on and plug them back in. It's once they get plugged back in, they're dead. All those computers are dead. It has to go through a program, which takes sometimes 4 hours to reprogram the modules. So what I say is when it's the mom and pop shops is coming to an end because they can't afford the equipment to keep up with that. We're outpricing ourselves right now. And the cars are so complex. What I'll tell you right now is going to blow your mind. A great friend of mine, and I told him I'm going to talk about him on the air. Name's Casey Iman. Fantastic guy. One of the greatest guys I've ever met. Such a loyal customer. He's got a 2024 BMW 850. It's an M series. He also has a 22 5 series, and he's got a 19 3 series for his daughter. Anyway, he's going down the road and a bird comes down and hits his left front headlight, pops a hole in the headlight. So he calls me and says, a bird hit the headlight and it also dented the hood and the bumper, but I don't want to deal with that right now. I just need the headlight replaced for right now. I'll fix everything else. I'm getting ready to go out of town, this and that. I go, well, hold on a minute. It ain't what you think it is. He goes, what do you mean? I go, you want a headlight for left front of a 2024 850? He goes, yeah. I go, you ready? He goes, what? $10,800 for
What?
just the headlight.
What?
It's $10,800 just for the headlight. And then it cost me $750 to reprogram the headlight.
What does the headlight do?
These headlights now they're what they're called adaptive laser. So, and I'm talking about, it's just not a bumper change anymore.
Yeah.
This is what the world is now.
Yeah.
So when if your head is sitting still and you see someone over there and you move your eyes like that, and you bring your eyes over there, but your head's still facing forward.
Yeah. If
I'm
you're
looking
just
at Zach
listening
over
on
here,
audio, he's just moving his eyes to the right, but his head is staying still.
staying straight still. I'm looking at Zach to the right, or I'm looking at you to the left. That's what the car does now. Headlights sitting in there still, but as you go to turn, the headlights moving like this.
Got it.
So in order for that headlight to move, it needs 4 computers. So you have to buy the headlight, and then you have to buy that. Soon as the headlight breaks, it fries all 4 computers. So you buy the headlight and the computers. Comes out to $10,800.
That's insane.
Then
That's
they all have
crazy.
to be reprogrammed.
Wow.
And that's a $750 bill. Over 11 grand just for a headlight.
That's crazy.
I mean, the technology now it's so advanced that it's scaring us and scaring people.
Yeah. Wow.
I know.
Wow.
And I have a company right now. It's another body shop that's trying to buy me out. And if it wasn't for my kids in the business, I would be long gone. But I sat them down and said, "What do you want?" And they said, "We want it. Don't sell it.
Yeah.
We really love it. We don't want you to sell it.
Yeah.
Plus, it's doing well."
Well, it's special for the community too. One of the things I always love about it is every time I take a different route in Naples and I go somewhere else, I'm like, oh, that's gone. Oh, that's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gone. And the mainstay, I love to see. It's so comforting to see something that's familiar to me, which has been there since I've been here my whole life, to drive by your place and it's there, whether I'm on 10th or on 41, I see it both ways.
And it's clean and it's up to date. I put fresh paint on it.
It's beautiful.
I keep my pavers cleaned. I take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah.
When you stop by one time and see the showroom and you'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. I just took on a project. Remember the old movie, the old show is called Orange County Choppers?
Yeah, sure.
So I have the Yankee bike in my store right now.
Oh, awesome.
Guy found out that I was a big Yankee fan. He wanted me he knows I do a lot of Harleys too. And I'm clear coating all of the parts that have all the player's signature on it.
Oh, cool.
And I did that, and I'm doing all this chrome. And then I said, let me get it running for you. Let me see what I can do. He goes, it hasn't ran in 10 years. I go, yeah, I've heard that before. I'll get it running.
He'd love the challenge.
I go, I'm an old carburetor guy, so I'll get that carburetor going. So
yeah, I got to come
pretty
take a look.
neat.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this.
It's special. I did too. And I want to tell them as we close today's conversation, I want to honor the journey of a man who's not only helped build one of Naples' most respected businesses, but has lived out the values of loyalty, hustle, and heart. This story isn't just about bodywork and bumper repair. It's about fatherhood, family, and what it means to leave something better for the next generation. Your impact can't be measured in just cars fixed, but in people helped, a name protected, and a legacy passed on. Naples is better because your family showed up and kept showing up. Thank you, brother.
Jesus. Got me all choked up over here, buddy.
You, brother. You mean a lot to us.
No, well, thank you. I enjoy doing this
and
appreciate the opportunity.